Hello, hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday where I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, fellow host, Levi Gates.
A fellow host this time.
I keep mixing it up. It's fun. And then to my left, fellow host, Anthony Fisher.
Happy to be here, Dane. Thanks for having me.
Welcome, Anthony. Okay, so we've got some housekeeping to address, some things we want to talk about before we start answering questions. You guys always know this stuff, so I'm counting on you.
Oh, you're counting on me.
Yes. Well, either one of you who would like to,
I'm just a fellow host. So
take the wheel here.
So this week, right, we've been knocking out more stuff. So, for example, we shot a couple videos. We have another couple videos that we're going to be shooting later this week as well. By later, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
not many other options.
Not many other options. But outside of that, we've just been kind of grinding. We have a lot to plan for the TRSEMA event, and so it's just going to be a lot of planning, a lot of flights, a lot of people coming in here, and so we have to get everything sorted out. And so, Levi, just a quick verification: where will most of our friends be staying during the week at TRSEMA?
Ooh. Friends of the program stay at the fabulous hotel or Home to Suites Hotel by our friends at Hilton.
Yeah, wow. And what kind of amenities does the Home to Suites have?
Well, Anthony, I'm glad you asked. The amenities at the Home to Suites are many. One, individual floor parking.
Wow,
so if you're staying on the sixth floor, you can park on the sixth floor.
Wow.
And just walk into your room. That's what's amazing.
Nuts.
Second,
true luxury.
Beautiful view. If you're on the east side of the building or the north-facing side of the building, beautiful mountainous view.
Wow. Yeah. You just can't beat that, right?
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Those of you on the southwest-facing side of the building, beautiful view of the Trader Joe's parking lot and the Chipotle.
Also beautiful.
There's a panda there too.
Yeah, there's a park in the distance, but it's a parking lot.
You say it's the Boise City skyline as seen up close.
True. Yeah. Well,
there's only like four
and if you're looking down, you look down from the top. But other great amenities: washer and dryer.
Ooh, wonderful. Yeah.
Complimentary washer and dryer.
Wow, that's nice.
Also, full kitchenettes in the suites with a full-size fridge.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you know what else?
Fancy
the Trader
deluxe.
Joe's is across the street. You can go grab yourself a six-pack of beverages.
Wow. A charcuterie
sparkling
board.
Water, charcuterie board.
I'm sorry, how did you pronounce that?
Charcuterie board.
Okay, I'm just going to let you have that one.
Not only that, but you get there's a pool
board.
Yeah.
With a number of fun amenities for the kids.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Conference room and complimentary breakfast buffet.
Wow, you really can't beat that, right?
Can't. And heart of downtown Boise.
Yeah, amazing,
True.
right down the street from Chip Cookies. So needless to say, our guests are going to be extremely happy when they come stay with us here in Boise for the week at TRSEMA. But all the video content that we have planned is going to be really, really fun. I think that you guys are going to enjoy it. Hopefully, it takes you back. Right,
that's the goal.
Not too far back, but it takes you a little while back.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the fun of it. So, with that said, that's pretty much everything. Housekeeping.
Wow, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. We literally we're doing a ton of prep work for that. TRSEMA has taken a lot. Yesterday, I built a spreadsheet of everybody coming in and coming out as to when they're going to be here, how many nights they're staying, who's doing what. So, getting that, so then we'll now have a proper head count almost for every night.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can plan dinners, because that's another great thing. Folks coming get to go to dinner with the group.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of fun. We're going to be going to a lot of great places, a lot of great restaurants.
What's nice about going down into downtown Boise, right? First off, you go hit up the bars, right? The bars are pretty a great place. Just fun to go into the different, themed bars that we kind of have there on the strip.
Yeah. It's like a mini Epcot.
It is kind of like a mini Epcot, and you get a different experience in every single one you go to.
Not a mini Epcot.
So depending
There's
on
really no difference. No fundamental difference.
Well, you go to Matador, right? Then you go to Humping Hannah's, right?
Yeah,
and then after Humping Hannah's, you go to Dirty Little Roddy's, right? And then after that, you go to Amsterdam. It is literally a mini Epcot, right?
Yeah, that's true. And then you go to Cactus.
You go to the Cactus bar.
Like the names pretty much give you a pretty good idea on how the vibes are going to be. But no,
you're not wrong.
It's a small
whiskey bar.
It's a whiskey bar. It's just a small part of it, but
space bar.
So much wood paneling.
It keeps going. So we're gonna have a lot of fun that week, and we're looking forward to it. But everything that we're doing is preparing for that, because this is something we invest a lot of time and money into,
That's
and
true.
Obviously to provide services to you guys, so you guys can be able to watch and be entertained and hopefully learn something. So it means more to us than if you just stream everything that week.
Please just open, if you're working that week,
just open
a browser and let it run.
Yeah. Literally, you streaming it will go towards us doing it in the future.
How about this?
So if you
all
don't,
TRC related footage and videos, lives, all that. I love it when you guys all say, man, gotta miss this, just stopping in to say hello.
We love that.
Please keep that window open.
You tried anyway.
Push play and keep it open. Yesterday, I was on a meeting with Lars at Color Lock. You know what I had, though? I had my TV on above me while I was in the MOSHQ, letting the feed just run.
Yeah.
I had it on mute because I was in the middle of a meeting.
Burning the feed.
But I had to burn the feed for the views.
Yeah.
So,
and the reason why we say this is we're not begging for views. We kind of are, but what we're begging for is the
watch time analytics.
The hopes that we have better watch time, the hopes that we have more people physically watching at the time. We're not physically watching, because what it's going to do is it's going to bump our numbers up within YouTube, and more. It's going to send it out to more people that hopefully might be able to find the live that maybe have never heard of us or didn't know that we did that. And I don't know, it would just be awesome to have like 500 or 600 people watching. I know that's shooting pretty high. But I mean, how cool would that be, though, right?
That would be really cool.
Especially with all the good information.
Well, it doesn't take a lot, guys, folks, to just leave it on.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I've got the dates. I made a graphic. I sent it to Nick. I don't know if he's got it on his computer there, but we got the dates and stuff.
Oh, look at that.
I can see. You see who's coming, and there's some dates at the bottom that for us are being cut off, but I think people at home can see it.
Hope so.
So, yeah,
pretty
matters.
Sweet.
Yes,
so I guess the theme is out of the bag now, but that's okay.
That's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are going to put me on the spot. Okay.
He was talking about how he gets nervous if people tell him that he's not nervous many, many times, and then he starts to get nervous if you keep explaining that you're not nervous.
No, you gaslight people long enough, and then they turn into, I'm not crazy. I'm crazy.
We have fun here.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into some of these questions. Look, we have several pages here. 3 pages.
Dang.
Technically.
Right.
You know, they call us Thirsty Thursday. I mean, Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. Levi, take
that.
Good afternoon, and a word up from snowy Minnesota, USA. A fresh 15 inches of powder means the pressure washer isn't coming out anytime soon. Happy Friday Eve. Enjoyed yesterday's live. Comment section was fire.
Nice.
I was trying to keep up on the comments, but it was also hard while actually doing business.
And to be fair, half the comments that were posted yesterday, I couldn't share on the stream, so I just hope everybody at home who was looking could enjoy those for themselves. Then I got Dino here saying, Happy Friday Eve, boys. Thank you, Dino.
What's up, Dino?
Then we got Gorilla Jeebus. What's Gorilla Jeebus saying, Anthony?
Says, what's up? Spent the week on a short trip to Amsterdam. Ooh,
nice.
Those trips typically are short. Got myself some stroopwafels and checked out. Oh, wow, that's pretty sweet. I don't even know how to say it, but Zandvoort GP circuit. I am super jealous of you. It rained on that day, which washed sand out of the air onto my car. The sand
Next question.
The sand seems to be really cling onto the surface. A job for absolute
dirty rain.
Foam. Yeah, it's kind of like dirty
pretty
rain.
much what dirty rain
pretty
is.
close.
But
sand and dirt in the air.
Jealous. I am jealous. I definitely want to go to Zandvoort. Well, I think what's funny is that, I mean, if I would have just asked, asked where I come to Europe, they would have been like, oh, yeah, we can just take you there. Whatever, not a big deal.
It's on the way. We passed it like 4 times.
I race that quite often in my racing simulator, and so I think I know the track pretty well. But, there is a decent amount of sand over in that area for sure. So, that's awesome, man. Well, hopefully your trip to Amsterdam was fruitful. Hopefully you left satisfied. Alex Dewar says, good afternoon from the deep south of Alberta. Alex, it is just nowhere near the deep south of California.
It is the deep south, though, of Alberta.
It's the deep south of Canada.
Hope you're doing well. Excited for the show. So Alex actually going to be staying with us, it sounds like. He's not dipping early.
No, he's going to be staying with us here for TRCMA.
Well, no, he is staying with us for the Q&A today.
Yeah, but he is also talking about
because he's oftentimes just
Well, I hope he's here for TRCMA. We need somebody to run that floor cleaner, man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get Brad, a.k.a. the Grand Ambassador of the Year. We can get him on it, but the thing is Alex is going to have to train him on how to use that back.
Nobody drives a Zamboni like a Canadian. I'm
excited to watch that process of him explaining him how to wash, how to fill it up, also how to dump it.
So Bradley's going to be like, Alex, I'm confused. What's the maple syrup bottle for?
Yeah.
And then Alex is just going to say,
a couple nips.
That's for just taking a couple hits. You take a couple swigs of the maple
syrup. Keeps you warm.
Keeps you going, right?
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that. Simon Birch in the house. Holy smokes, we have the Birch Master. Says, here we go again. Birch has officially landed. I love when the Birch lands.
It's very strange when the Birch lands, but it's good.
Yeah.
Adam Hancock saying, happy Friday Eve, guys. The best part of the work week.
Heck yeah.
Bearded Hunter saying, woo woo, let's get this party started.
Yes, let's.
Very nice. Keith Jackson saying, a happy birthday Eve to the Master of Shine. Thank you, sir.
Somebody's paying attention.
Appreciate it. And then Keith saying, happy Friday Eve to the rest of us. That's right.
That works.
The Bearded Hunter saying, what is up, my dudes? I hope your Thursday's going well. Looking forward to trying out the Ultra Clay Scrubber this weekend on a cross track. That's the same kind of car we used for the video.
Yeah.
True.
It's obviously it was designed for it. I mean, it's made for that car.
It's the cross-trek of clay applicator, sponge things.
Alex says, you missed.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Alex says, Dane, at the Sternaglass bar, do the old-fashioned have egg whites?
Sternaglass has taste because Jack has taste, and Jack wouldn't let an old-fashioned go without some egg white.
So, Alex, you put the umlaut on the wrong A.
Although in my case, the old fashions, it's a whiskey sour has the egg white. I'm not sure an old fashioned would have an egg white. Really? Small distinction there.
Dane only goes to the bars in Boise that have egg whites in their whiskey sours, and he says, "Puh," to all other bars in the valley.
I mean, it depends on the kind of night I want to have. If it's going to be like I'm not feeling very refined, then yeah, okay, give me your filthy slop
He's like,
mix.
I got a $2 bottle of a glass of beer at the Cactus.
Yeah, well, it's a cash-only bar, so.
Dean, what is the best whiskey sour you've ever had?
Ever?
Oh, we know which one that is.
Well, which one do you think it is?
Partition Bar.
That's
Saugerties, New York.
That was impressive because
That's why we're going back.
They didn't have it on the menu. She made that thing from scratch and she knocked it out of the park.
I know. Dane, you had like 7 of them.
Wow, okay.
Well, okay, maybe like 5, but
Jeez.
He liked him so much.
I liked him a lot.
Let's just say we
were there for a while.
Let's say that when I got that bill and I said, we went over our per diem.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get people to buy us dinner for the rest of the week.
Grant Hawtree obviously wants his family released from my attic, and he says, please like and share and subscribe to all TRC media.
Of course.
Day 316 says,
there it is.
Tony's Take and Bake personal pizza, goose jerky, spy balloon rides, and now with hand polishing. Yes, that's right, folks. My family is now helping with hand polishing jobs around the home. And you know what?
Gonna hand polish those baseboards.
You know what? My wife's never been happier with their work, especially on the stainless steel refrigerator and everything else. I mean, they just do great work.
This rate, they're never going to go, can't get rid of them.
I can't. Simon says, what's the difference between the Creature Edgeless and the Spectrum? Simon, it's quite literally just the edge. That's
border,
it.
my
It's
friend.
got a buttersoft suede edge, and that's the difference.
And they come in different colors as well.
We could sell you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge.
Yeah. Ooh.
So
all right.
like
Alex, do her.
He said the Spectrum has a border.
There you go.
Yep.
And then Darren, the Harry Housewife, saying, evening, the 3 rag amigos. Got a day that has got to have been the best delivery I have taken in ever. The other day, after the first packages from you guys, cannot thank you enough.
So sweet, Darren, my sweet boy. We're glad you loved it, man. You deserved it.
I think you meant gotta say that has got to be the best delivery I've taken in ever. That's what
I'm going to choose to believe that's what.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah. That's what
Darren,
it was.
we're pumped that you were pumped.
You might be having
about
a stroke. He was
Dane,
so excited.
I think that you missed a comment down here from Keith Jackson right there.
Yep. How long will ONR last in a pump sprayer? Will the dilution ratio or the kind of water impact how long it will last? Well, if your water is like well water, full of minerals or irrigation water, then yes, that's going to start to have some problems. But if it's just normal city water, or maybe you're running a spot-free system like Anthony,
Couple months,
you'll be fine, man. Yeah. And the ONR, the dilution ratio 256-1 is totally fine to stick in there and chill out. You'll find that it won't last months and months in your sprayer. You will, because you will use it.
Yeah.
You'll have to refill it before then.
All right.
Gorilla Jiba says, did Anthony's arm recover? I guess all those years of those special one-armed curls paid off.
A lot of curls.
No, I mean, I was primarily focusing on my left arm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
being left-handed, right?
Okay.
But sometimes I use the right because it feels different, right?
Right.
And it kind of reduces the stress on my left arm. And so, anyway,
it does feel a little stranger. Yeah,
it does feel
a
little stranger for sure.
Yeah.
Neil White says, "Hey TRC, hope you're all doing well." Neil, we're doing fantastic
Hey, Neil,
around
hope
here.
you're doing well.
Ken Jeeper made it.
He made it.
It's about time. We haven't seen Ken Jeeper here in a while.
It's been a
Starting
minute.
to think that he forgot about us.
Oh,
Alex saying, glad to see Leviticus back in the house. As a Boise resident of over 6 centuries, the family name is not often away for more than a day from their respective workplaces. Alex, I spent the day teaching the youngest member of the Gates family how to navigate downtown Boise on our way to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then I told him about what used to be in that Chick-fil-A parking lot for the past 375 years.
Did you tell him that that was all just fields and empty parking lots that were they were just dirt parking lots?
I basically said this was a dirt parking lot,
Yeah.
and then it became a land in which Native Americans and settlers probably hunted or settled because of its proximity to the river.
Yeah.
Then I said this was part of a hobo camp that was created because of its proximity to the now municipal park, which was a traveler's camp.
That was
And then I said, then it became a Perkins fine family restaurant, which lasted for about 40 years, and then became what it is now, the Chick-fil-A.
wow.
Interesting. So you know what's funny?
It's quite nice. He was enthused while he sat and played on my Fire
I
tablet.
was driving through downtown the other day, and I can't remember what we were doing. Oh yeah, we were getting my daughter's passport, and we were driving through downtown. It was early morning, so it was dead, right? 8:30 on a Saturday morning. Most people are either hungover or just not driving around down there,
Right.
So or picking up their cars from the previous night. We're driving over there, and I go, man, this place is really blown up, right? There's been a lot of new buildings that have gone up that literally have gone up in months.
Yeah.
I mean, like I didn't even recognize the place, and I said, Kate, I just wish when most of this area was just a bunch of, lots. It was nice when it was like that. She's like, lots? Like, what do you mean lots? I go, like, yeah, like this was a dirt parking lot. And she goes, did you ever park there? I'm like, no, I would never park in the dirt parking lot. And she goes, then why do you care?
Wow, just trying to make conversation.
And it really hit me. And I go, why do I care? I don't care, right?
This was all farmland back
it's
in the day.
become a meme
I wish I could have
online.
parked in that field over there.
I've seen
when that used to be a
TikToks
field.
and reels and stuff of people, just making the joke about people talking about, it used to all be farmland. But in Boise, it's a regular
actually
occurrence.
was.
It really does seem
So,
to happen
like
constantly.
I said, back in the day in high school, 20 years ago, I could drive from my house in the North End
Yeah.
to my buddies in Meridian.
Yeah.
And the moment that I left, like, Glenwood, I was in the boonies as far as I was concerned.
And for
Eagle had
people
just,
who-
in 1996, 97, 98, Eagle had just started to become a bedroom community. And people were like, they're building nice houses out there.
Yeah.
And people were like, why? It's Eagle.
Anybody
and they're
who
like,
watches Parks and
they
Rec,
want it to
they
be,
are Eagleton.
they want it to be fancy. And I said,
elitist.
they only have like 3 buildings in the entire town. And the rest it's all horse fields.
Technically, there's only about 10 there now.
And then
but I
they
mean,
go, yeah, but it's going to be fancy. Watch. All the rich people are going to move out there. And everyone was like, okay, Eagle, have fun. Might as well move to Cuna.
Yeah.
It's like making Cuna the place. And
That
then,
will-
or,
And now that
or,
happened.
or Emmett.
Okay, don't
Well,
even
let's
don't
not.
even bring that
But that's the
hellhole
feeling.
into
But that's the
this
feeling.
conversation. That
Hey,
place
Anthony, they're
sucks.
starting to put some nice houses out in Emmett.
No, they're not.
it's going to take a lot more than just a few
yeah,
nice
yeah. No nice houses will reduce the amount of radiation that city has. It's disgusting.
Look it up.
But that's literally how it was as a kid, and we're like, man, I'd rather live in Meridian over Eagle. That's such a weird place
But
to live.
anyway,
And
so-
now it's you're just in town.
But it's just
You don't
funny.
ever leave it. You're just in town.
Suburb sprawl as
It's
far
just
as the
funny
eye can
because my
see.
wife's like, "Did you ever park there?" I'm like, "Well, no, I've never parked in dirt parking lots." Like,
What
what
do you
do you think I am? She's like, "Then why do you care?"
It's so funny.
And it really
I
hit
love
me. And I
it.
go, "Why do I care? I don't care."
But Anthony, in regular
I'm
conversations,
just complaining to complain,
Yeah.
apparently. So
Just pulling a dad.
Yeah.
is what it is. All right, so we have Darren
Very
here says
housewife.
the utility brush feels really nice and soft. Can it be used on paint, or will it cause minor scratches? So Darren, I would say it could be used safely on paint, maybe if you are planning on doing some type of minor correction, or if you're maybe wanting to clean a light area, or maybe if the paint's hard. But I mean, it's going to work great on glass. It's not going to hurt trim.
You use it on your grills. You can use it on
grills or anything like
wheels,
that. Wheels, all that. But like, I'm not gonna just go and just take it.
You're not gonna wash a whole car with it.
Wash the car. With
so I use the green utility brush.
Yeah.
To wash cars now.
Yeah.
And people scream because they don't understand that it's actually pretty harmless.
It's pretty harmless.
It's pretty harmless, but I'm also polishing almost every car.
So then there you go.
So
then
I just use that because it's not putting the scratches that I'm worried about.
Yeah.
You know? And so I can just wash the vehicle. And I like the reach of it. Yeah. But I also know that I could use the new utility brush the exact same way.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm going to be using it, is as a wash media.
Sure. Yeah.
So
Simon says, wait, so the difference is in the edge? Yes, you are correct. Yes. And then we have Tony says, don't forget about the fun water park like pool.
I know. Who needs to go to a water park when you can go to the Home to Suites by Hilton?
Nice. I mean, really, I know we talk about it a lot and we joke around about it. It really is.
It's got a full splash pad. You could take Lucy and enjoy an afternoon there, and then maybe take the wife and the daughter over to the pizza joint, the Wilder.
Yeah.
Grab some delicious pizza, some meatballs, head back to the room. Nice evening.
Let's just say, right? Maybe you're into fitness, right? And you're thinking,
wonderful gym.
I've traveled to Boise. I really want to get my workout in, right? I'm a single guy. I don't really know the area too well. And then you go down to the gym, right? Next thing you know, you're working out, you're sweating, and another pretty girl walks in, and you're kind of like, oh, she's pretty.
Or a pretty guy.
Or a pretty guy, right? Next thing you know, you guys hit it off, right? You guys are talking, chit-chatting, and she goes, how long are you in town for? I'm only here for a business trip to Sema. Have you heard of it? And she goes, wow, I haven't heard of that. Sounds awesome. Hey, what do you say we go grab drinks downtown, right?
Right
you go
there.
hit up a couple of these bars. Next thing you know, you fall in love, right? It's 10
over
years
a couple
later,
chip cookies.
10 years later, you've got 3 kids, and you're married.
That could happen.
That could happen at the Home to Suites. That's how beautiful of a hotel it is.
It's such a great place. We love it.
Mighty effective.
Alex Dewar saying, might break out my neon Brooks in the Home to Suites gym and slip out of those into a climate-controlled pool. Beautiful facility.
Dang.
Very nice.
Ooh.
And then Tony says, and chip cookie within walking distance. That's right.
See, guys, we're not even making this up.
No,
we're
talking
about
other people know, too.
Demo says, the true Deep South is in the house.
Ooh, there we go.
What's up, Demo?
Yeah.
And then Jojo Crawdaddy saying, sup, y'all, I normally use distilled water to cut my products. Your opinion of using the CR spotless water instead?
It's fine.
Fine.
Yeah, you can totally do that. Is it Mardi Gras?
It was. Tuesday it was when we did our podcast.
So it's one day.
No, it's the weekend before. It's like the week before. So we could have started it as of last Thursday's Q&A. We could have started a
that would have been
5-day
Fat Tuesday
bash.
We forgot our necklaces.
Ending on Tuesday. We ate. We got a king cake out there. We ate
the king cake, but the thing is, the necklaces.
Yeah, we didn't have our necklaces or our masks on. The Demo sent us that we could have worn for that.
We're so sorry. You know what? I will give them to my daughter, and she'll love them. Levi will give them to his kids, and they'll love them.
It was funny though. You and I were talking about it, and our very own Sebastian here was literally telling us. He goes, the fun part about Fat Tuesday is it's really realistically it's the purge.
Yeah.
You know, get all your sinning out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do the things you need to do.
Yeah.
And then on Ash Wednesday, he goes, I know a guy. I can get forgiven. I'll be fine. And I said, Sebastian, that's not what it is. It's mostly about
look in his eye on Tuesday.
It's just about eating and gorging yourselves because you want to have some form of sacrifice for the next 40 days. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I said, but we're talking about foodstuffs. And he's like, yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was limiting himself.
Yeah,
all right. I've lost my pitch.
And then he left, but he put sunglasses on and pulled his stocking cap
all the way
very
down and said,
low.
He said, "Don't call me tonight."
That's right.
I said, "Okay."
Yeah, he said, Seabass doesn't exist for one more day.
So anyway, so Kay Wood says, "Hello from Albany." Oh, or from a balmy. That's not says Albany. That says balmy.
Not.
1 degree, South Dakota.
Yeah,
holy
buddy.
smokes!
It's cold. It's cold.
Move.
And Joey Belinsky with the real definition. You can't spell luxury without B-O-I-S-E.
Yep, that's true. There's literally every single letter in there is everything you need to spell that.
It's all there, folks.
Road to Detail and saying, evening, folks. What's up, man?
Hey.
Ashley Edwards, could I use Diamond Quick Body on top of Guion Can Coat? No idea. Never tried it.
I would say you probably can.
Probably
It's
could.
not a combo we tried, so we can't say it's a guarantee, but yeah, you could try it.
Bearded Hunter saying, can't wait for TR SEMA. No, I can't wait
Appreciate
either.
that.
And then Dead Pedal back in the house.
gosh.
saying, I just had chicken nuggets and sriracha ketchup.
Whoa.
What's poppin', y'all?
Okay.
What's up, Andrew? How are you, man?
You apparently.
Haven't seen you for a while.
Some sriracha ketchup
Wow.
as well as some nuggies.
Yeah.
Right? What kind of nuggies were they? Did you do homemade chicken
Wendy's
nuggets?
spicy
do you
nugs?
Wendy's? Did you do McDonald's? Right? You know what's a sin that is just beyond good? McDonald's chicken nuggies, right, with Chick-fil-A sauce.
That's what I had
Chick-fil-A
last
sauce
night.
is next level. There's something about
something
that
in
stuff.
it.
I don't.
We
know
have some.
what it
We had
is.
some extra sauce packets last night.
There's MSG.
We made our own chicken tenders,
Yeah.
chicken tendies in the air fryer.
Yeah.
On a recipe we found. I used Chick-fil-A sauce as a garnishment, almost like a spring roll.
Oh.
Yep. You can do that. You can do a drizzle.
Shaking it across a little
Yep.
drizzle over there, and then I'd take a fork bite of it. It was delicious.
And to think people tune in for detailing questions.
right.
We haven't had many of those so far.
Harry Housewife says he's aiming for TR SEMA next year.
Nice.
You're always welcome, Darren.
You're always
Yes.
welcome.
And then Alex Dewar says, I enjoy the bar scene with Dane where he can go down an architectural adventure. A true experience to desire.
I like
Alex,
architecture.
the fun thing is you have not been on a Meridian pub crawl with Dane when they start out at the Frontier Club and Dane starts letting you know about
stabbings there every
the
weekend.
architectural design features in downtown Meridian.
Okay.
Truly
before
one of a
anybody
kind.
goes getting the wrong idea.
Known as
about
one of
me,
the greatest cities for architectural design in probably the country, Meridian, Idaho.
Yeah, I like
Some
the
of the
saddle. I like the
finest.
saddle shop specifically.
The Smoky Mountain
I had
Pizza.
some leather
I don't
repair
need
there
people
once.
thinking I'm a lush. I don't drink in my
The
regular
Frontier Club
time.
again.
I haven't had a drink for
Mostly
months.
a brown rectangle, but
True,
the
Dana has been
Jeez.
drinking forever. I even offered him a beer last weekend. And he's
I'm
like,
a
"No,
connoisseur when
okay."
I want to be, but at the same time, like in the comfort of my own home, I usually just like, whatever, it's fine.
It's
no
true.
big deal.
For what it's worth, most of Dane's alcohol in his house is expired, and I don't even know if alcohol can
you
expire.
remember when he was
but-
moving out and he had all those bottles that he brought over that were
dust.
like,
There's like layers of dust.
find these? You dig these out of your backyard?
Yeah.
You just needed
goes,
some
"No, they've been
good,
in the house."
good
Found
hardware
him
and
in
samples.
the jungle. Speaking of which, we actually have a bottle of Tavarch vodka right back
Yes.
there, which can be
Never
seen.
drink alone, apparently.
Which
There you
can
go.
be seen in the Black Widow movie.
That's right.
As you pointed out,
Check it out.
helpfully.
All right, so we have Keith that says, oh my gosh, the writing gets smaller and smaller. Hand innuendo aside, I don't know what that means. Yesterday's live video has really pushed me to get off. Oh, get off the fence and get a machine polisher. Have you any experience with budget brands like Shine Mate
or Liquid Element.
or Liquid? I've never heard of those.
So no, Keith, we don't. But I will say that if you want to pick up, Milwaukee, Porter Cable, who else? Bauer.
Well, Milwaukee's not any cheaper than anybody.
No, but they have a hand. They have a hand sander, palm sander.
Oh.
That has a pad attachment.
Got like an 8mm throw or something like that.
Very small, but it's more of a vibration.
I was gonna say the ergonomics might be a little
Yeah, but-
weird
but-
in that.
The action over your hand is far greater
Oh,
Yeah,
sure,
probably.
yeah.
using a machine. So it really depends on the level you want to get to. If you want to, you can do
less than 8mm throw. It'd be like a 3mm throw.
but it's so like, remember my dad got me one of the old
Yeah, the vibrators.
vibrators.
Yeah.
And that was designed to just be it does this.
Yeah.
It's a random orbit, but it's just a shake machine.
Yeah.
But that would do more and create more gloss than just your hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it doesn't create the level of gloss compared to an actual true machine polish. So what we're saying is you can pick up the 6mm Harbor Freight Bauer
Or it's an
polisher,
Yeah,
if
or
you're
8
just trying to
millimeter
be
short
cheap
throw
about it.
polisher, and you'll get some great correction over that.
Yeah, I would
And
say
it's a fun way to
start-
work up.
Use
Harbor
Mark
Freight-
II though. I mean, you could
Harbor
do
Freight.
that.
You can try to find a used Rupes LHR just
look
21
on
or
eBay
15,
or-
like,
Yeah.
like not a Mark
or
II, but a
locally.
Mark 1, like an
like an
original one,
ES
an
or
ES.
something you could get.
And that might be the better option. I know there's a lot of people who want to get into machine polishing. It's very confusing. They don't
Well, they're
know where to
intimidated
start.
by the cost of machines
Well-
they see and stuff too. And
I mean, but for what it's worth, I mean, the results that you're going to get, and if you do a friend's car, if you offer to do somebody else's car, you could have the machine paid for, and it's just paid for, and it's done. You
In a
own it
job
forever.
or two.
It's going to last you forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you can check out Flex, check out Rupes, check out Harbor Freight, go Porter Cable. But a lot of these other brands that just are purely knockoffs, really bad knockoffs at that.
We have a really hard time recommending anything.
Yeah, we have a hard time
that.
recommending them. Some of them are just ruthless. They don't care about patents or anything like that.
No,
it just
they
kind of
just
sucks
straight
for the
rip
people
off
that
others.
originally kind of did most of the design. But
but make it in a way that's going to fall apart.
If there was like
faster.
some changes made, right, some improvements, that'd be one thing. But there's there's no improvements.
Yeah.
All right. So Bill Pearson says, "Howdy, fellas, from a cold, wet, and even a blizzard warning SoCal.
Dang.
What?" It's been a while since I caught a live.
Yeah, they don't get a lot of snow in the south.
Not in the deep south. No, not down there. Right. The fan boats typically don't like when there's a large amount of snow. You know,
clogs
they
up
could
the fans.
glide over that in reality.
Well, clogs of the fans though. Depending on how
Yeah,
the
that's
snow
true.
is.
Dead Pedal
chunky
saying,
snow.
"Oh, and hello to y'all
Hello.
from 85-degree sunny
Andrew,
Florida."
That must be nice.
That's
just being able to
just
shorts and
fancy.
Enjoying
shirts
it.
all day long,
Yeah.
all year long. Darren says, "I always have you."
Sorry, dude. That jumped over.
I always have you guys stream during the day when I can't make the earlier ones. I chuck my headphones on and listen while I do what I gotta.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Darren. Thank you. That is that's what we would hope from a hearted TRC.
Hearted
Grand
TRC,
Ambassador.
right?
Hans goes and says, "Hello, dynamic trio. Thank you,
Hello,
Hans.
Hans.
Glad to see you here."
In Focus saying, hello all. Hello.
Hello.
Alex saying, Alexa, play TRCema. Siri, play TRCema. Hey, Google, play TRCema. Simple, no excuses.
Yeah, there you go. Now it's done. He activated all your devices.
Bill Pearson saying, question about diamond glass. My wife's auto wipers like to start prematurely, and it looks like they have wiped out the diamond glass. Is there any way to rejuvenate that other than polish and reapply? Why? Like, well,
I think
are you
it's
sure it wiped it away?
it's prematurely without lubrication, going in dry.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. Before I can get the
Yeah, the wiper goes before anything comes out of the jet. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
doesn't feel good.
Yeah, you always want to be able to have the jet sometimes have to go first
Too much
before the
friction.
wiper. So, question about diamond glass. My wife's auto wipers like to start prematurely, and it looks like they've wiped out the diamond glass. I don't think it has, but you never know. I would probably just reapply.
Maybe clay that area. See what
Yeah,
happens.
you might clay the area and see if it cleans it off, or
It
the other thing
come
is
off that easily. That's why I was
the other
saying
thing
before,
is
I didn't
what
think it
is
had.
your washer fluid, too.
I doubt it's a washer fluid.
Well, if it's just a like
Well, if it's something with a
I'm telling
protective
you, I
agent
think
in
it's
it,
not-
it
I
might
think
be
it's-
covering up
I think it's the chafing
the
that's happening.
hydrophobic.
Yeah.
It's the dry rubbing that's happening.
probably.
But if it puts in like a Rain-X that has protection in it,
but
it might
maybe-
be creating different hydrophobics that aren't accurate to what diamond
I'd
glass
say clay
does.
it, clean it, do a little test, see where it's sitting.
Yeah.
And if it's not coming back, then yeah, I'd probably do a little bit of glass prep and just reapply maybe in those areas if you need to.
Yeah.
It'll suck back in. Mike Reyes says, "What day is TRCMA? When does it start, Levi?"
Well, I know what day it is.
What
What day
date
is
is
it?
it?
What is
April
it?
3rd
I know
through the
what day it is.
7th.
April 3rd.
April 3rd
That's
through the
right,
7th. We
'cause it's
all
on the
knew.
graphic.
Nope, it's April 3rd through the 6th.
Oh.
Why does it say the 7th?
Because the 7th is Friday and we're not broadcasting on Friday.
I wrote the 7th because that was on the thing that they gave me.
Yeah. April.
They gave
April,
me the info.
April
and
3rd,
I
April 4th, April
took
5th,
that info
and
ran
April
with
6th.
it.
Monday through Thursday.
can you do?
Okay, so
you do?
nothing happening on that.
Nothing's
Friday.
happening on the 7th. So if you're here on the
That's
7th,
cool.
you're going over to Dane's.
I'm just
going
going to point out that whoever developed
that.
that Google sheet needs to address that.
Yeah, there's
please.
nothing. On the
Thank
7th,
you.
it's a dead day. There's literally
Dane's,
nothing on the
Dane's
7th.
balcony party.
It is
Oh,
Dane's
right,
balcony
right,
parties
yeah.
on the 7th.
Balcony barbecue.
It's the after party. It's
Yep.
the after show.
Alex says, if we're being taken back for TRCMA, will Dane be rocking khaki cargo shorts, puka shells, and frosted tips?
Why's it gotta be-
I wish.
Oh man,
think we
nobody
can make that
needs
happen.
that.
Do you
Nobody
think we could?
wants that.
What if we could?
Can we
dress up like our old selves?
Can we get a quick shot of Dane's rosary here?
No, we don't
Nick,
need
can we
that.
zoom up over there on
I
that
don't
camera?
want to see that. That camera
There
moved
we
on.
Go. That moved
God,
pretty quick.
okay.
There we go, Dane.
Oh, dear.
I want this Dane.
At least the comment is covering
Make
the.
it
Oh
come back. I
no.
want that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want that Dane.
Is he wearing
man.
a Superman shirt?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, looks like a flaming.
Is that a Superman shirt?
No,
Dane?
It's not. I was not wearing a Superman shirt during
California on
that. Even worse. Wow.
A shirt that says California.
But you wish it was a Superman shirt.
And up
man.
here on the chest it says L.A.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I'm just glad it wasn't alluding to a shirt.
Hey,
Lordy.
my mom dressed me too. I get it.
Got you some shirts. This is a cool shirt. I like this.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see that. I would like Dane to come. Maybe you could find an outfit that represents that, a newer version.
No.
And you wear that outfit on
Is
one
that
of the
what
days.
we're doing?
And I would bring back one of those from that same time period.
Yeah.
Which is me in a sleeveless black T-shirt, usually a band hardcore shirt,
Okay.
cargo camo
Yeah,
shorts,
that sounds right.
and a pair of Chucks or flip-flops.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Pretty much.
obviously same haircut because I still have that same haircut.
Yeah. That hasn't changed.
Anthony, what were you like for that kind of outfit? Would you have to rock if we were to go back to that same time period?
So if we were doing if that was 2008-ish, right?
Wait, that's 2008. I was still a dad.
Yeah, you were a dad then. So that was 2008-ish right there.
Right?
So
when was that, Dane?
When that?
it was 2008.
When did
That
you
was
graduate?
no, that was 2006.
Yeah, 2006.
So 2006, I would have had like swoopy hair, right?
Mystery
where
hair.
It flipped up in the
Yeah.
back, like I had like the
Yeah.
little, flip ups there.
Yeah, you had the mystery
Kind of
hair.
I had that.
surfery.
I was
That was mystery
probably
hair.
rocking a Hollister shirt.
Yeah.
I probably had American Eagle cargo shorts on.
Nice, yeah.
And I was probably wearing the audio shoes. What are they called?
Oh, I remember the ADO or whatever.
Audio, however you say it. It's probably
With the
wearing
fat tongues.
with a decently fat tongue, not
was
Osiris.
usually skate shoes,
not
yeah.
Osiris fat,
Okay.
but like
They were
there's-
chunky.
There was
They
some
were
chunk
chunky.
to it, and then I'm probably wearing like a I Love Boobies probably wristband,
Ooh,
right?
nice,
Or the
Period correct.
Live Strong wristband, or whatever
Yeah.
the heck it was.
Then we learned what a bad idea that was. But
Yeah, that wasn't great, right? And I probably had some type of puka shell necklace on as well, right?
standard
but-
issue. They gave them to all the guys.
Other
at
than that,
time.
though, probably drinking a Monster Energy drink. Right? A Buku,
Okay.
probably. Cracked open a Buku, and I'm driving around in a 1996 Honda Civic.
What's up,
Banging
dude?
gears, right?
Yeah.
And I'm listening to, like...
Limp Bizkit?
No, I was probably listening to, like, some type of dance music of some
Little
sort. Little EDM.
I don't know. I was in 94 SVX listening to Block Party. So, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds about...
Yeah.
I would like to see us revisit our old selves from that time period and perhaps do a podcast of the three of us dressed like that.
In character.
costume. Yeah.
Well, if I were to say, hey, in the future, you're going to sell detailing products,
Yeah,
right?
maybe like-
he'd probably be like... "That's
Speaking
pretty
of detailing, it's been 37 minutes and we've
I'd have
answered
to
like
get
maybe
that-
2 detailing related
I'd have to get
questions.
this up more.
So he would ask me, he'd be like, that's cool. Cars are cool. So did the music thing not work out? And say, sorry, man.
But I have Post Malone's broken guitar.
I have both. And I gotta, who?
He's like,
Who?
"Huh?"
I'm like, he's roughly the same age as us, and
Okay.
and
He's
more,
famous.
more talented from Utah. All right, so In Focus Photography
man.
says, "Freak, 72 degree today.
What?
Wow." Washed the beater Honda Fit with Absolute and broken my Ultra Clay Mitt.
Nice.
36 degrees tomorrow. Enjoy
Get
that.
it
72.
done. Yeah.
Enjoy.
Issam saying, hello, TRC team. I have Diamond Body 36. It's been 2 months now. I did my second wash on it using PNS waterless wash as a drying aid. Was very grabby onto the towel, and my wipers were very slaggy when it snowed. Very slaggy when it snowed.
I'm going to choose to believe
I
he
hope
means
you
his
didn't
friction
put
there.
Diamond Body 36 on your windshield.
Correct. Don't do that.
You're not supposed to do that. So,
Yeah.
very grabby on the towel. Then I would add a little bit of some form of I'm trying to think, drying aid. Like you could use PNS paint gloss, you could use Dream Maker, any of those things to give you a little extra
Yeah,
benefit.
it should.
there.
I mean, honestly, shouldn't be grabby.
Yeah.
No. If it's getting contaminated that fast, that's something like what conditions are you dealing with?
Little detail saying I need that graphic as a poster. Dane, get on it.
I just made it like
Graham Marshall
an
says,
hour ago.
Dates are
Merry
wrong, too.
Friday Eve, lads.
I was
That's why
going
they
for the
want it as a
information I was
poster.
given.
Shouldn't have been given that information. So
Yeah, I'm going to
sorry for
talk
that.
with some people.
David Cervantes, what's up, guys? I'm having a bit of a moral dilemma. Can I most likely make it to the Chicago Auto Pros meet and greet? Should I go? What's entail for the event? Dane.
You're pointing at me. Anthony is also going. Both myself and Anthony
This
are
is
going.
why
and
Levi
Jimmy.
has to go on these trips with us, and when he doesn't
so
go, we don't know what
we will be going to
happens.
Chicago. The thing is, before they go making fun of us for not knowing what this event is about,
I'm not
the
making
first
fun of
time
you.
this event is happening. And when I first saw it, I was a little perplexed as to exactly what the point of it was. But I feel like I'm getting it more now. Basically, they're bringing in like people who are, I guess you could say, influencers in the detailing space on YouTube and reels and that kind of stuff, and they're showing them to companies, and they're basically collaborating on the spot in this, and also doing like education type stuff. So it's a mixture between actually like producing videos, but obviously I've always been a strong proponent of like not paying for content on our channel. That's been a big thing for me. So I'm just making it really clear that's not something we're doing, but we're participating and helping out in that event. And Anthony, if you want to.
Yep. I don't know a whole lot, but it seems like it's going to be a pretty fun time. And there's going to be a lot of big hitters there. I mean, we're going to have Pan the organizer there. We're going to have Ivan LaCroix there. We're going to have, I think, Apex Detail will be there, as well as Jason and everybody else. We have Eric. We have
Ram.
I'm really excited to see Ram. I don't know. We have a bunch of different people. I mean, it's going to be...
Jamie the cleaner's going to be there. Like, it'll
Jamie
be
the
fun to
cleaner,
actually
yeah.
catch up with a lot of people. And I'm going to basically take this, trip as an opportunity to, network with people, talk with people, get to know them a little better for the ones we don't know, and get some footage, out of Chicago Auto Pros, because it'll be our first time actually being in the area to do anything like
And
that.
I really want to check
we'll
out
have Jimmy
Chicago.
with us
It's
for that.
pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
Pretty safe city overall. Right, why are you saying something like that? Is it safe?
Sounds like it's going to be a great time.
I feel safe
I
when I'm
think
with
he's
you.
mad because he doesn't get to go.
I feel safe when I'm with Levi because he has tattoos, right? So whenever
yeah.
we're walking anywhere, people they don't even look us in the
Yeah,
eyes.
many times we were walking through Europe, you and I, no issues. Why? Because of my tattoos.
Yeah, that's
saving
exactly
us every
it.
time. Then, who doesn't stick around? Dane, too busy sightseeing, looking at architecture.
And then what happens? There's a man that runs up to him and
In the
starts
trench coat.
saying,
Abend.
Says,
Abend.
good night, good night, good night, good night. And Dane goes, no,
It was
thank
good
you.
evening.
and he's
No,
trying to
thank
get
you.
Dean to smell this wet cloth, and he's like,
Not about it.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Poor.
long story short, we'll be there, and frankly, it's the first
David,
time this is
I
ever
would,
being
and
done,
I would
so
just
we're gonna
message Dane's
find
cell
out
phone. His number is
as we go along.
208.
Whoa, dude. Okay.
Ryan Baumgart saying, not detailing related, but Anthony, I live down here in the deep south and will be in San Diego this weekend. Does your sister still own or manage, can't remember which, the Dutch in Oceanside?
Yes, 100%. So if you stop in there, her name's Caitlin, and my brother-in-law's name is Sydney. And if you stop in and you say, hey, looking for Sydney and or Caitlin, and say, hey, huge fan of the Rag Company and your brother, I'm sure they would be pretty pumped that would
They'd
be
probably
a thing.
be shocked and surprised.
But you have to make sure, because I know there's like 50 kids that work there,
Yeah.
so you need to if the kids start showing up, you say, hey, I don't want to talk to you, give me the manager. I want to talk to the manager. Then you'll get one
There
of
you
them.
go.
Nice.
But yeah,
All right.
please stop by, man. You should for sure.
Harry Housewife, if there's a TR SEMA Back to the Future theme t-shirt coming out, F.
That's all he wrote.
There will be, potentially. We'll see what happens.
Dirk Dew saying, hey guys, nice day for you. Dirk, what's going on?
Hey, Dirk.
I've been deep diving the land of Germany
You
this
have.
today, trying to get stuff planned, and I can't wait to see you when we get over
Nice.
there. Harry Housewife, I need one, and we'll pay in Stroopwafels and Kinder cards.
That's actually a great deal.
Yeah. We also
That
take
works.
Iron Brew free or extra.
Extra, yeah.
Yeah, we also take Iron Brew extra.
Alex says, I have a 42 PG page PDF manual created to operate the floor cleaner to provide Brad and any interested. I am prepared.
Excellent.
man.
Excellent. That's why, Alex, you're going to be coming.
I'll stick you with
Yeah.
maple syrup. I can't peel
Yeah.
the pages apart.
Vasilis?
There you go.
Yeah, Vasilis, yeah.
Hello, all. Anthony, assuming that the 4Runner and the Tacoma have similar paint, what polish and pad combos did you use before coating with Diamond Body 36?
Man, what did I
I use
do?
a yellow foam and last cut.
So did I two-step it or did I just one-step
I
it?
think you just one-stepped
I
it.
just one-stepped it. I think I literally just used the yellow Rupes foam pad in the last cut compound. And keep in mind that it wasn't beat up or anything like that. It had some small swirls on it.
But you also didn't make it 100, like you weren't going 100% perfection.
No, but
it's
it was
pretty dang
close.
good.
Yeah, it turned out really, really good. So try something like that. If you were to want to cut a little bit more, try going with the yellow wool from Rupes in that same size, and then cut out the micro marring with the yellow foam, and I think you'll be golden. Grant Hawtrey says, tip for watching TRCMA is having TRC is have it playing on a TV garage while my family gets bloodstains out of the concrete pipe.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Daytona Wallace, can I just come hang out for TRCMA?
Okay, so we've had this question a few times, Levi.
So it is not open to the public, but it is technically. But there are a few people who have messaged me personally and asked, hey, can I come by?
Personally, yeah.
Is there a chance? Can I come check it out? And it is a kind of an open and shut kind of thing. We say yes or we say no. Depends on the people. The biggest thing is you can't just hang out all day. And so you do have to realize that if you do get picked to come hang out with us, while we're on the show, this place is pretty much closed.
Shut down.
So you're kind of just standing outside, wandering around, talking to folks that are outside the building and maybe going up into the green room and hanging out.
The campus itself is pretty big, and I'm sure you can go cruise and walk around. We have a room that's kind of set up for people just to kind of go hang out. But during the lunchtime hours, things do open up because everybody's wanting to eat lunch and things.
That's like a 1 or 2 hour
That's kind of like a time where we can at least talk. But just keep in mind that.
And then dinners and stuff at night, you can come and hang out with us and those steps.
What we kind of told people is that, if you're staying downtown for any reason, or if you're staying around the area, or even at the Home to Suites, the likelihood of you running into people you've seen or watched on, watched on the shows or whatever it may be, is extremely likely.
Yeah, 100%. So like Andy Steely's Auto Detailing, he goes, hey, I got some vacation time. I got a flight. I can cruise up there. I'll stay. Can I get a link to the Home to Suites? I'll stay there. He was here for 2 days.
Yeah.
And same kind of thing. He showed up in the morning and was waiting when we got in. Yeah. And then he hung out. And then he was up in the green room all day, hanging out, talking to folks. And then hung out for lunch. And then was back at the hotel with us and went to dinner. And then the next day hung out for the morning and part of the lunch break. And then he hopped back on his plane and left. But he got to come hang out, got to see everybody, got to talk to the folks.
To meet everybody.
And he was pretty excited and pretty happy about it. So Daytona Wallace messaged me on Facebook and let me know. But I know I've got like the Kimballs asked.
Yeah.
And,
I'm just going to add the element so people understand why. It's not that we like or don't like people, that we're just, kicking them out or anything like that. It's just that the environment during TRCMA is very specific.
Stressful,
and any distractions and any potential stressors that get introduced, like a variable, like a wild card, can really screw up what is an extremely tightly controlled machine.
Agreed.
So when that stuff goes down, you probably don't want to get
like
in the way.
Going to a
that's
football
the
game.
Nicest way I can put that for anybody.
It's like
anybody.
going, you and me, we got tickets to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We're like, this is going to be fun. And then we get there, and it's nosebleed seats all the way at the top and the back.
I would have just watched it on TV.
See anything, and we're like, and we're overpaying for drinks, and we're like, man, this isn't as fun. I wish I could have just watched this on TV.
Yeah, I just want to make it.
That's kind of the thing, because it's sometimes it's not worth for folks. Other times, as long as you're willing to understand that there's a lot going on and we're not going to be accessible for a lot of the day.
Yeah, my main thing is during the course of a 8-hour workday doing this stuff, we might be accessible for like an hour of it or something.
We put Alex DeWar to work.
And if somebody we do bring him in, like we're probably going to put him to work doing something.
Luke
like
Berge
Alex
was working.
He was literally working.
I'm just stressing this because I don't want somebody to feel bad or like travel across the country or from another country and show up here and then be upset that they only got like an hour of FaceTime with
Luke.
people.
Luke was
trying
literally
to protect you from
putting people on his back, carrying them across the parking lot.
Yeah.
So
as like a shuttle service, which I thought was very nice of him to do.
He fit 3 people on his back. He's a big guy.
He literally was like, I got who's next, right? I mean, and what's funny was Jason Rose literally was standing there queued up at the line going, is this the shuttle service to the green room? And I said, yes, it is. And then he saw Luke, and he goes, "Where's the shuttle?" And Luke goes, "Right here. Hop on."
Yeah.
And he took him up the flight of stairs.
And Luke had to refuel some Mountain Dew.
He did.
In between passes, and that's just
Thankfully,
normal.
we had another fridge fully loaded from our friends at Pepsi with some great Mountain Dew products.
The point is, there are things that need to happen, and in order for them to happen, we need to make sure that everything is tightly controlled. And if anything, somebody's off having a discussion, we got pulled aside and talk, and it screws up the whole thing. Like, we don't want somebody to get yelled at, but at that point, like,
also,
I will say that there is a high chance that you would get yelled at if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes. Gabe will yell,
and you're going to either Nick or Gabe will yell at you.
Gabe will
you don't want them yelling at you.
You don't want them yelling at you. So anyway,
we love you all.
Message me.
Very specific.
Afternoon, gentlemen. Watching the stream yesterday took me back to the mid-'90s, polishing my new black BMW E36 Coupe.
Ooh.
There was a lot of sweat that day.
Yeah, no,
hand polishing.
Dude,
that's what I said. That's why I said it takes me back to '96. I remember doing that.
Hand polishing, it's a lot of work.
Franco, Shazam! What's up, homies?
What's going on, man?
Darren says, I need to see a drunk Dane at Waxstock.
See, I'm being turned into a stereotype.
I would love that.
I will make that happen.
I would love that.
I'll make it happen.
Alex says, yes, whiskey sour. Dang it. The whiskey sours and sugar tits or whatever it's called is the best. Socrates.
There. Socrates.
Socrates. And then Alpha Detail Supply. How do you feel after that hand polish, Anthony?
Felt pretty good. Recovered. I just needed to put a hot compress on my arm, kind of get things ready because it wasn't done for the day, And so...
Yeah, you still have round two.
Still have round two.
Nice. So I will say I'm very excited with our East Coast adventure to be stopping back at the Partition Bar.
Me too.
We can't wait to have a nice day at Pepsi sitting on that patio.
Yep.
Enjoying the vibes of that place.
I just want the chicken wings, man.
Listening, we'll get our song going again.
Because I'm going to go there, and what's going to happen, order the chicken wings, and they're going to be like, all right, so here you go. And I say, don't worry, I brought my own to compare, right? And they're going to be like, what are you doing? I'm like, I need to see if my wings are better than yours.
Grabbing some ice cream.
Sir, you need to leave. I'm like, I can't. My friends are here. Don't kick me out. Ron Ayo says, hello, everyone. Weather today is a big bucket of suck. Snow, freezing rain, slush, yuck.
Sorry, Ron.
That's pretty bad.
You forgot Scott Matern's. There are 41 pages of Alex Duar's manual is just erotic selfies.
Yes, I had that on the screen. I didn't want to leave it on the screen longer than it had to be there.
41 pages, but Alex said it's 42 pages. So there's 1 page of actual instructions and 42 pages of pictures.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Bearded Hunter. If you had to pick one towel to use as a bath towel, which would it be? Dane already uses one as a bath towel.
Yeah. It's our actual old spa towels.
I'd probably say like the waffle weave. I think the 1500 though, you just lay it on.
You could use the 1500.
Moisture out from
1500 actually probably be the best bath towel. It'd be heavy, but it'd be nice.
The gauntlet says Ron, and then we've got Grant that says Dane is 48 subscribers away from being a guest on how to drink and trying old fashions.
Once again, I've not had alcohol in like 5 or 6 months.
It's okay, Dane. Detailer Chick says, hi guys, happy freaking Thursday.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us. And then we have Rob Shoemaker Schneider Showtecker says, any personal experience with Kosh Wash and Finish? Also, I recall Optimum being your go-to brand for chemicals. Only 2 SKUs now. What happened? That's a great question. So, Rob, first and foremost, Kosh Wash and Finish, that is technically their waterless wash product. I think it's pretty good, but I think it's just a little bit too...
concentrated.
It's too concentrated. It needs to be diluted about 1-to-1 with distilled water for it to actually
It can be
feel
diluted
good.
up to 1-to-3 with distilled.
Yeah, but it's a good product. I just don't typically use that much, and we only sell it in the larger, like 5 liters.
It only comes that way.
It only comes that way. So it's kind of like if you're really into it and you love it, then perfect. But if you can't commit to it, you wouldn't commit to it. As far as Optimum goes, we only have 2 SKUs now. We love Optimum.
We have more than 2.
We have more than 2.
The first product
some of
we
them.
ever carried at TRC that was a chemical product was Optimum.
But I mean, we still have No Rinse, we still have Power Clean, we still have Hyper Polish, we still have OptiSeal, we still have a Gloss Coat, we still have
Still have a lot.
We still have a lot, actually.
That's why
there's
in
way
YouTube
more than 2 SKUs.
search results, we come up for a lot of the Optimum
But Rob,
stuff.
no, nothing has changed. We still love Optimum products. It's just been a matter of expanding other chemicals and trying to find other things that we like.
Well, and also finding slow sellers.
Yeah, and then for a period of time there, Optimum was wanting to...
They were doing some restructuring.
They were doing some restructuring, and they were minimizing some of the stuff, and it kind of just made it easier on us just to eliminate a couple of those SKUs. But by no means are we only selling 2 SKUs. That's not true at all. Mange.
Swedish.
Mange.
You think it's manja?
Mange.
First time live for me. Have listened to all podcasts at least twice. Greetings from Sweden. It's right there.
All right.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for coming on.
We'll get your name right.
Harry Housewife, I'm so sorry after hearing you read my first question out. My ADHD dyslexia whilst editing comments definitely don't make sense even for me.
It's all right, Darren. We still love you, man.
Glenn says, I was using Zymol back then. Nice, man.
Good old Zymol.
Detailer Chick says, I heard Chick-fil-A has amazing French fries. They do.
They're the crisp cut
Hold her the
things.
waffle fries.
Yeah,
well,
the waffle
Chick-fil-A is
fries.
pretty good, but you know what? We had Dave's Hot Chicken yesterday for lunch.
You did?
It destroys
Really?
Chick-fil-A. Dave's Hot
The fries,
Chicken.
though?
I want it again today, and I've had it for the last 2 days. Their fries, their sandwiches.
Wow.
It's the real deal. It's the true Southern sandwich. I feel like I'm in the deep South having that, and there's nothing else like it.
Where is that place?
You would never even go there. It's on Eagle and Ustick in
Yeah,
Meridian.
I wouldn't go there.
I know, but we went there for lunch yesterday, and
That's
know
a
what?
long ways for lunch.
We're freaking out here, right? Anthony had a tear in his eye, right?
Yeah.
Gabe,
He was talking. I heard he
Gabe-
was saying something about selling both of his twin daughters for more
Oh my
food.
God.
Yes,
and I was
yes,
confused.
yes.
I didn't understand. what the
Gabe's
premise
selling
was.
his Forerunner to be able to hopefully
Whoa.
start a Dave's Hot Chicken franchise,
Wow.
which is
Old
crazy.
words.
Yeah.
And then Glenn, she did the Reaper sandwich, and we said, Glenn, don't
That's
do that.
insane.
Yeah, it's too
But
hot.
She showed her true
She's
strength.
a picky eater, and that's where she chose to go? What the?
Ron A. says, Anthony is ambidextrous. I kind of am sometimes.
Arbidextrous.
Arbidextrous. Keith Jackson says, thanks, Anthony, for catching my O&R question earlier. Yes, Levi, it won't last months because I'm using it constantly. That's very true.
Grant Hawtrey says the Gates family are so old they gave Native Americans tours of Yellowstone. Well, you know, when Seth Bullock actually found Yellowstone National Park, that was a cause for concern because of the fact that there was a number of Native Americans that my family went in there to let Seth know exactly what he found here.
Yes, of course.
And let him know what it was.
That's 100% true.
No.
It was
Okay.
very strange. You know, he did go on to become a sheriff in Deadwood
Wow, that's crazy.
after that. But he was
That's a
mayor.
fun
He was
show.
a governor of Montana
Wow.
a number of years.
Dang.
Sheldon Klassen saying the liquidator.
Thank you, Product Yeller.
And then Umberto saying, hello, TRC team, not
No,
first
you missed
from
Grant,
Puerto
you
Rico.
missed Grant stuff.
Oh, Grant.
Second
Put in
one.
nice houses in Emmett. Welcome to the nicest state penitentiary in Boise.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That's out in
True.
CUNA.
What page are we on? Is that? Okay, that's too far.
No, we're
Fun
not too
fact,
far.
Nope, that's
Facebook is
right.
building a new office just down the street from the prison.
That is true. We have a bunch of hellos
A lot of
here,
them.
and we have Jasmine that says, non-detailer here, married to one though. How do I order a hoodie?
Which hoodie? We've got them on our website. You just go to theragcompany.com and pick them up. Only these?
That one.
You can't. They're employee only. Sorry.
Sorry.
Danny says, is Rag Company planning to attend the car wash show in Vegas this year? I believe it's in May. No, Danny, we are not. Sorry, man. We've been talking about going to the car wash shows. Josh Petro is talking about going just to go there, to wander around and check it out. Maybe even have a booth. It's actually very inexpensive. But me and the boys probably won't unless it gets busier. Alex saying Luke Berge turned down 7 potential mates from the downtown home to suites gym crowd. They could not keep up with the scooter scene and chip cookies.
It's true.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. There we go.
Jasmine, my wife, stop trying to steal people's hoodies.
That's so funny.
And Demo, for Lent, I gave up all of my New Year's resolutions.
Yes, my kind of guy.
That's great. That's a great sacrifice
I
to make
love
there,
that.
Demo.
You did. It's a big sacrifice.
Robert saying hello from Croatia. Hello, Robert. How are you?
On to page.
Everybody's laughing and waving at Jasmine.
Yep.
Larry Singleton saying, what's up, my homies? Alex Duar, speaking of nuggets, boneless wings are not wings. They're bougie nuggets.
They are.
And Larry says, no bone, not a wing. Fight me.
Agreed.
No, it's true. I just happen to like it better, but I totally agree anyway.
Yeah, fancy nuggies.
Fred Shamrock says, hi, everyone. Larry says, hola, Umberto. Franco. How bad did F up, guys? I did a whole paint correction day before yesterday and finished up with Diamond Body 36, only to let it sit for 3 minutes per panel before wiping it off. It says
you're fine.
To let it sit 10 to 15. You're fine, dude.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. 10 to 15 is honestly even too long, what they put in the instructions. I mean, you're looking at you could do 3 minutes, you could do 5 minutes. But no, you're 100% okay.
I literally just did a video that we're working on where I left it for up to an hour, and it obviously left high spots and was hard to take off. Sure. But even at 30 minutes, you could get some of it off pretty easily. So putting it on, wiping it off, you're fine. Putting it on, wiping it off 5 minutes later, you're fine.
Yeah, you're okay. You wouldn't worry about it.
You're good, man. You're good.
Neil White says, I was curious if Harbor Freight polishers are ripoffs of patented polishers. The Bauer at Harbor Freight looks a lot like the Griot's polishers.
So the Bauer is basically some of the Bauers are started out as copies of the Porter Cable 7424.
It is true.
And then they are copies of a lot of the patented. Now, the patented designed ones is Rupes and Flex.
Yeah.
Everybody that is copied a polisher, Rupes, Flex, and Lake Country Power Tools.
Yeah.
Everybody else has kind of had their own creative.
Do we know for sure about the Griot's one, though?
The Griot's ones I don't know, but the designs are very
Griot's?
similar to a lot of the other.
They look different enough.
I might give Griot's.
That you would give them
we
a
can
hand
find
for
out.
saying
They'll be here in
seem
May.
different
We can
enough.
talk to them in May.
Yeah.
They'll be here to visit.
Yeah.
But I will say that, they do look a lot alike. Bauer is you've got to remember there's kind of like a hierarchy of polisher designs as they go. So,
but actually, that puts us right now. We are at the 3 o'clock mark right now, so we're going to come back to more of these polishing questions.
We're 30 minutes behind. Not too bad.
In just a few minutes, we got a lot of comments here. We really love seeing it. It makes it fun for us. So, with that said, we're going to go to break here for just a few minutes, and we're going to be back to answer your detailing questions. See you in a few.
Go ahead, get dirty. P&S Off-Road.
You could do any of that stuff. Neither did I. Wow.
Well, now that you're an actual bartender,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe whip us up some signature
Oh,
cocktails.
yeah.
I mean,
Dane, do it.
I mean, it's my first day, but
Let me see what I can whip up.
Nice. Oh, I can't believe it. What? Jeez, Dane. What? Oh my God. Dane!
For being your first day, it's pretty amazing.
Looking for feedback. Let me know what you think.
Oh my God. This stuff smells amazing.
Good, all right.
Well, Levi, Dane, cheers, man.
Cheers.
Nice.
Bottoms up.
Cheers.
Thanks, Dane.
Oh my God.
God, why are you spitting my drink up? I worked hard on that.
What is in it? Is that polymers?
My mouth is encapsulating.
Why would you even know what polymers taste like?
Tastes like chemicals. Did you feed us chemicals?
What did you put in this?
I made you a nice drink. Drinks are supposed to be nice. Oh, guys, that's my car.
What?
You hit my car. God, guys, if you didn't want the drinks, you could have just given them back to me or something.
Dane.
Are you seeing that shine over there? On the car.
Oh my God. Dane, what did you put in that stuff?
What, in your drinks?
Yeah.
Some water and some Absolute.
Absolute vodka?
No? P&S Double Black Absolute Rinseless.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to poison us?
Dane! Did you just make us drink rinseless wash?
No, definitely didn't do that.
Absolute Rinseless Wash is not for oral or suppository consumption.
Looks pretty good.
It does, however, leave a hell of a clean and smooth surface on your vehicle.
Wow.
P&S Absolute Rinseless Wash. Mix responsibly.
Is that something?
I mean, it's pretty good. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of liking this.
Yeah.
So just don't drink it.
No.
Yeah, let's make sure we don't drink it for the future.
But do put it on cars.
Yeah, it's good. It's for
Put
cars.
it on a car. Okay.
Not inside yet.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Q&A Thursday. And here today, we're answering your questions. So far, it's been a whole lot of way off-the-cuff stuff and only a few detailing questions, but I'm thinking they might turn it around here in the second half. We'll just have to find out.
That's where we're going to enjoy ourselves.
Let's start things off here with Ron Ayat, as his last name is correctly pronounced.
Gron says, Griot's Garage has some good polishers. I have a G15, the 3-inch Griot's DA, and an OG Porter Cable 7424. Nice. Ricardo B saying, what's up, TRC crew, and happy birthday, Eve. Levi, thank you.
Nice.
Appreciate it.
Oh, it is birthday Eve for you.
Birthday Eve for me.
You get any presents yet?
No.
No? Anything from friends, family?
No.
And you're going to be turning 43?
43.
Big 4-3.
How fun is that?
That is going to be fun, right?
Be a good time. I'm excited about that.
We'll be the inverse of each other. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fun.
So I will say this: the Chicago Auto Pros event. For those of you guys wondering, I know Dane was. I let the boys struggle because
I was totally caught off guard by that because I've been trying to
like a
figure
good neighbor.
it out.
Levi's there.
Well, no, like a daddy bird. I need my babies to fly.
There you go.
So I'm just going to drop you out of the nest.
Just go for it.
Sometimes it's hard.
Well,
just do it.
In the case of my baby birds in front of my house, they died.
A lot of them died at your place.
They died.
But, you know,
So you're gonna-
hey, that's going to happen. You're going to fly or you're going to die. That's just how it's going to be. So I'm excited
like
to see
that.
you guys head out there to Chicago by yourselves. It's going to be a wonderful time.
I like how he's saying this like we've never
Super
ventured out
excited.
on our own before, done any kind of actual journeys before. But yes, go ahead.
Well, no, I've always been there for them, and I've gotten you guys to the place, and then I've let you go off.
I've had my own vacations, thank you.
This is not a vacation day, this is a work trip. Very different.
On a work trip, but you haven't been present for it. Anyway, not the point.
So, the point is, the Chicago Auto Pros event, in case those of you guys wondering, going, what is this? It is an event in which manufacturers and influencers get together, spend a couple of days jamming out, hanging out, and basically having the manufacturers teach the influencers about their products and how to sell their products, or at least talk to the benefits of the product so that the influencer can then have more knowledge to be able to learn about these companies and be able to start utilizing and selling those products. That's what this is. It's a very nice way of Chicago Auto Pros basically saying, hey, we got all these brands we support. We would like to teach all these influencers, these social media folks, how best to do those, because a lot of folks look at us, the three of us, and go, how do you guys sell those? How do you know so much about the products? Well, we do a lot of work learning everything we can about that brand so that it comes off to you guys as this is real knowledge. This is how it works. This is how the product is used. And there's not enough of that in the industry, and that's what they are doing, is providing this weekend to really hone skills, but also meet and greet, get to learn and meet all these different brands and all these influencers. So I'm super jealous that you guys are going. I think it's going to be a fun event. Who knows? Maybe I'll use my own airline miles and fly out there myself.
Ooh, there you go.
Han says, Siri, call G. Davis. And then Meng says, a number of programs ago, you say that active foam was too strong for maintenance washing. It is a 9.5 pH, and according to KC, you should mix it 1 to 100 as the strongest. So where are we then in a pH of 8 to 8.5? Yes and no. It depends on the water. If the water coming out of your faucet is already an 8 and you're mixing it with something that's a 9.5, it's not going to get down to an 8. It's going to be a much higher number. It's going to stay probably above that 8.5, in between that 8.5 and 9.5. Probably even closer to the 9 and up to the 9 to 9.5 scale. If your water is a 6.7 or a 6.5 and you're mixing a higher pH soap, yes, there is potential for that. But mixing it 1 to 100, that's 100 milliliters to 900 milliliters of water, that's not a lot. So you may have to drop it down even more to even drop that pH. One thing Anthony and I noticed was when we started doing a lot of pH testing and mixing and dilutions is you don't always change that pH of the chemical regardless of the dilution of the amount of water you put into it.
It's true.
So, that's why we say that active foam at 9.5 is kind of too much for maintenance washing. We recommend a pH balanced soap, which is always at about a 7, because you can make that work the best. Mm-hmm. Franco says, I rolled the dice on some Max Shine polishers for my first go around, and they are great. Good. I'm glad you're liking them. Isam says, I applied 4 layers of diamond glass on my front windshield. It's been grabby since when the wipers go on. It's a very harsh winter in Canada. So, Isam, one thing you can do, make sure that you've cleaned your wiper blades. So, new wiper blades, or clean your wiper blades using diamond glass prep. Spray it on a rag and really clean the dirt and grime off of that. The other thing is if they're still grabby, you can also then coat them with diamond glass on the wiper blades as well. So think about that kind of thing. Alex says G. Davis has a section of attire in his closet with the words premature and lubrication to wear to various Virginia Cougar clubs.
Wow.
Meng says, damn, we have so much salt on the roads here. I wash 1 to 2 times a month. I would love to wash more times, but the weather doesn't allow it. Is active foam really too strong? I'm going to leave that up to you, man. I mean, it's really just depends on the protection that you have on your vehicle. If you're running a coating, a ceramic coating or something on that stuff, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But if you're running just more sealants and waxes on your car, then you're going to have to add more protection more often. No. Joey Belinsky says, I'm still trying to figure out if Dane is wearing short pants or long shorts in that photo. Could we get another shot of that?
The world will never know.
And maybe a zoom in if we're allowed to.
I think they're extremely long shorts.
Those are very long shorts.
Are we able to zoom at all, or is that maxed? I think that's maxed out.
Are those?
Those were long khakis that
those
were
look
shorts,
like he's got some Dickies,
but they had to go beyond the knee, so they really went beyond the knee.
Look,
there we go.
Yeah, those are not quite capri. That's like a very 90s looking thing there as well.
They're cargo pants
I know,
too.
But Dane, that's mid 2000s right there, California, right?
You have to remember some places
LA
got the fashion later.
You see the LA,
and he had the Adidas there.
Wow.
Not He's wearing the socks that show, and he's got his film set that he's there on.
Yeah, because I like people to know that I am in fact wearing socks, as opposed to when you walk around and people go, "Is he barefoot?" No,
I can't believe the world thinks that. It's 2023. People don't think that there's socks that just
no-show socks don't even register to my brain. I'm just like, that guy's not wearing socks. That's
yep, that's me too. I'm like, I bet his feet smell.
Yeah, gross.
Nope.
Nasty.
Jeff C says, I'm still going to invest in a steamer this year to remove my PPF, general detailing and house cleaning purposes. So I will tell you, Jeff, it is the best investment you can make is to have a little steamer at home. Truly, how many times do you use that steamer of yours? All the time.
Countless.
Dane, how many times a week do you use that steamer of yours at your house?
0, but I would if I did have
There you go.
one. Yeah.
I use mine all the time. It's literally on all weekend, and I find many ways to bring it out and utilize it in my own home.
You can steam just about anything.
Just about anything. So I will say the pod steamer is great. I really do like that little McCullough.
Yeah,
The 1275.
Pod is great as well. I still think I lean more towards the McCulloch, but I mean the pod's great though. I mean, it's a great steamer.
There's some neat attachments that the pod has that the McCulloch doesn't. That I'm very impressed by. That sponge attachment, I want that. But I will say that the McCulloch is a great unit. So
Seems to be what everybody is using.
Neil White saying, was Dane trying out to be a member of Color Me Bad?
Nice.
Ron says Dane was a stud.
Ron, thank you.
Thank
Joey
you. Somebody
Walensky says green curve cologne.
Oh, that screams green curve all over it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
no.
screams green curve.
Mike
down to
Gray is saying
Walgreens today.
Anthony had a Justin Bieber cut in 06. And Neil White, Franco saying a mi amor, j'adore.
Oh, it's so funny.
Oh, man. Yeah, the
Blue
Bieber
Jay.
cut.
Hey, fellas, been couple of detailers to see about coating jobs, and they say they have resist all applied. Have you guys heard of this coating? Been to a couple of dealers to see about coating jobs. They say they have resist all applied. Have you guys heard of this coating? Yes, resist all is a dealer installed basically paint sealant. What it is a 7-year warranty in which they are selling to their customer. They will charge them anywhere from $800 to $3,500 as a markup. Many times they get the Resistol kit for free. The goal is to install the product and sell this warranty with the intention that if I sell Dane this warranty and I sell Anthony this warranty and I say it'll protect the car from everything.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. That's
Never
amazing.
have to wash your car again.
Seriously?
God.
My kind of guy.
Unbelievable.
Okay.
Incredible.
And then I take the car and I drive it around the back
Uh-huh.
and I grab some PNS paint gloss.
Okay.
Yeah.
I spray it on the car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it back to you and go, all right, have fun. Enjoy it.
So is my
Wow.
car coated now?
No. Yep.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
It's protected.
It's protected. You're very careful to use the word protected.
It's protected.
Okay.
Let us know if you have any problems.
Yeah, so if I come back in a week, is that going to be all right?
Not to wash it. We don't wash cars here.
Do I have to pay you if I come back in a week?
Well, yeah, our detail shop's ready to go. You could get a detail done if you want, but you got that Resistol, you're good to go.
What's the warranty get me? Like, is it? What
I don't know.
do?
You need to read your warranty.
Oh, okay.
So what it does is they are banking on the fact that Anthony will take his car. He will do all the work himself on it. He will keep his car looking nice, forgetting that he paid for this warranty. Forgetting that if there's bird droppings, technically their warranty states if there's bird droppings, if you spill coffee, if you have dog hair, if you have any of these issues, all you have to do is file a claim with them, and they will cut you a check to fix it. I had probably 3 to 4 customers in my entire 25 years literally would file a claim every year with the Resistol company. And they would cut a check, and they would take that check, and they would bring it to me, and I would do a full detail on their vehicle.
Yeah.
That's it. 4 customers
that is a business
out
model.
of,
That feels
probably
Thousands.
we were doing about anywhere from 5 to 10,000 cars a year at my shops over 20 years.
Yeah.
I had 4 customers literally use the Resistol warranty So it's, and 90% of the time, it is a product line that they do give you to put on your vehicle, and they do expect their detailers to put it on. But I guarantee you there have been many times I've walked in and seen the detailers, like when you went to go apply at a detail shop at a dealership, where they would bring the car around and say, you need to put some stuff on it. Put the Resistol kit. And you go, we don't have any Resistol. We're all out. Like, we're waiting on a shipment. Just put something on there. And all you have
make
is...
it look like you did something.
And all you have is some detail spray, or you have a hand wax. Yeah. And you just put it on and wipe it off and go, okay, but that's not what they paid for. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. It'll be fine.
That's what happens.
It's amazing.
So
the cognitive dissonance.
you won't be able to fight the dealers on that because they get product for free. They don't care, because what they see is, here's a company who's letting us sell these warranties, and in reality, all they care about is a small percentage of their payback. So the company is giving the dealerships $10,000 worth of sales and telling the dealership, just give us $3,000 every month. Sell $10,000 every month. You get to keep $7,500 for yourself. We'll take the $35,000. Here's a couple kits.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Yeah. That's it. So it's just hard. And I tried it myself 10 years ago. It's just, you're never going to fight those guys. What you do is just try and get your message out more about the product and how yours differentiates from others. Joey Belinsky, fun fact, Anthony's name used to be Kyle.
It could have been.
That or Tristan or something. He would probably be a Travis or a Tristan.
Franco says he was a sandstorm dude.
Dude, yeah, definitely.
Harry Housewife, 2006 me, full curly afro, slashed jeans, some sort of random t-shirt, slapped over a polo shirt, listening to a mix of happy hardcore dance and rock whilst doing my media degree, smelling like jupe.
That was Darren. He was listening to like Attack back then, right? Which was like a mixture of like those things.
Yeah, I literally had a bandana that I wore every day.
Yeah.
A very tall bandana that literally covered from my eyebrows.
You looked
to like here.
You look like you could have gone two different ways in life.
Yeah, that could have gone
I had glasses.
Totally different direction.
That was the one thing refraining you from going like full. Like.
Yeah, I always had a sleeveless t-shirt on, sleeveless black t-shirt, and camo cargo shorts.
Yeah, but you had a thyroid issue.
I did, so I was skinny.
Yeah,
very skinny.
Joey Belinsky, our tools are completely down at work.
Neil here.
Dracar Noir and Cool Water. That's right, Neil.
Dane would have been a Davidoff Cool Water kind of guy for sure. It's an easy grab.
Yeah. Joey says our tools are completely down at work, so I can give you guys my undivided attention. I was a Hugo Boss kind of guy.
Were you?
Big Hugo Boss is what I wore.
Were you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I used to spray that on myself.
Candies for Men is what I wore, right? Laughed because at that time it was a $30, $40 bottle of cologne, right?
Yeah.
Candies for Men worth hundreds of dollars now. I don't know why. That's a crazy scent why it's worth so much now. But yeah it's fun. It's hard to find it on eBay. Anyway, moving on here, we have Ronnie.
Well, hold on. We missed Joey's.
So Joey, we have his attention.
Our tools are completely down at work, so now I can give you guys my undivided attention. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And then Ron says, Chicago Auto Pros, meet and greet, plethora of detail and legends.
There you go.
Nice.
Anthony, you can say Fred's.
Yes.
Fred Shamrock
says, I will be at the Chicago Auto Pros event for sure. It is 15 minutes from me. It is not in Chicago, but the suburbs, so safety is not a concern. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
There you go.
As long as I'm safe, as long as I know people down there that are going to be like, hey, these are the spots to go, but don't go down this alley, I'm set.
There you
I'm
go.
ready to rock and roll. And like I said, I just have to run faster than Dane, and that's all that matters. Right, Dane?
Darren, I'm going to be a tank. People want to come at me. They can catch hands.
Darren saying, happy Friday Eve, fellas. I've been using GSF to clean all-weather floor mats, but just not quite getting as clean as I want. Can I mix Green Star and GSF, or would you recommend something better or safe? Green Star and a scrub brush, man. That's about as far as you can go with them, unless you do power clean or forced. No. And a scrub brush.
Green Star will get you almost in those same spots.
Yeah.
Though. So
you could. Yeah.
Yeah. Try it.
David says, I'm mainly just asking if I should go. I want I want to. I'm just a bit intimidated by it. I'm not a very social guy and don't really know anyone there. David, it's a chance to come see the boys. Come hang out with your homies.
That's true.
It specifically has a meet and greet element to it. Yeah. There's a day where they actually allow for that.
You would be surprised to see me and Dane in these situations sometimes because we've walked into full rooms full of detailers who may know who we are, but they are also very reserved people. And so it's quite funny. Me and Dane will sit there and be like, man, well, we don't really know. Like, should we just go talk to people? Because they're kind of
nobody's like approaching us except for other like people in the industry. Not like
so it's not like people are really approaching us.
Just looking
so we're really not approaching them. So it's usually like the first person that comes over and says, hey,
they break the ice.
Big fan of the podcast. We go, awesome, sweet. Then we'll hang out with them for like the rest of the time. We're just talk with them. So we're pretty approachable in those situations. So if you don't know anybody, we're there.
Man.
There you go. Franco says, rag to the future. Nice.
Yes.
Yep.
Brian saying, I want to do one step on my Chevy Silverado. What pad and polish would you start with? A very simple, easy one to start with. Yellow foam, Rupes, last cut.
Compound, yeah.
Last cut compound. That's an easy combo.
Always.
In focus photography, can you layer regular diamond body? Yes, you could. Should you? You don't need to. But if you wanted to do it, wait 1 hour, then apply a second coat. Hans says,
on top?
Fun fact, Levi and Dirk do have the same birthday. I know, we do.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
We have the same birthday, me and Dirk do.
No wonder you guys love Worse so much.
Big Worse fans.
Yeah.
Bill Pearson saying it's not the washer spray, it's the rain sensor that starts them mostly dry. I'll clay the window to see if it comes back. Thanks for starting my Alexa door. Lloyd G.
Alexa Duar and Alex Duar. Oh, no, but it's an Alexa. He means Alexa.
Lloyd G. Hey, guys, heavy rains are hitting SoCal pretty hard right now. Just want to let all the detailers affected by this weather be safe out there. Nice. Alex says, I'll be serving absolute shots with the bartender extraordinaire, Josh Petro, outside the shipping department at the Tiki Bar for the visitors.
That is true.
Nice.
We will bring the Tiki Bar back if it is needed. We will just palletize that.
We have that tent. We have our double tent. We put the walls up. We put the Tiki Bar inside.
Yeah. Wow.
Courtesy of our friends Pepsi.
Dude, it would be so sweet.
And we get Corey out there and Josh just running the bar.
Wow. That would be probably the coolest thing ever. The Tiki Bar with drinks and all of that. And then we do appetizers, right? We have air-fried appetizers.
Air-fried appetizers.
Right on there.
Nice.
And Grant Autry, if you go out the back door of TRCHQ, look for the metal door with the shotgun window. Knock 4 times and answer in a southern accent and pass a crispy 50 or a high five to get into the backstage. That's right, Grant.
There you go.
Hugo Firefly says, hey, guys, I did a rinseless wash with O&R today. 1 to 256 pre-spray, 1 to 256 in the bucket with the UBS. How can I increase the lubricity whilst cleaning the paint? Is absolute more lubricating. So with O&R, you can pre-spray with a 126 to 1 O&R.
126, 128?
Or 128 to 1. Mm-hmm. Then you can use a waterless wash.
Yeah.
Same with Absolute.
Yeah.
But Anthony did, we did one the other day, and Anthony was like, what do you think of that? And it was 128 to 1 Absolute.
Yeah, I used 120 to 1 Absolute, and that absolutely.
And we had 256 in the bucket.
That stuff is thick out the bottle.
So he used it in pre-soak.
It was slick.
Yeah.
Demo says need to get Luke B a rickshaw next time so he can properly shuttle people.
He doesn't need it. He said he liked the workout and said a lot of people sitting on his back was great, but this time he's got a broken leg, so it might have impeded his the amount he can carry.
He's like, sit on my lap. No. Okay, we'll walk. The Hairy Housewife says the Bearded Hunter Liquidator works great as a bath towel, and Darren would know. And then
Priscilla says, would 30 milliliter Diamond Body 36 be enough to apply twice on a double cab short bed Tacoma? Yes. Yes, you will.
Right there.
You'll be fine there. Hugo says, are you guys going to Waxstock 2023? Yes, Hugo. The 3 of us will be there, along with Jimmy.
We go every year.
And Josh Petro and Jeff.
Yeah.
6 of us going this year.
It's going to be
great.
a family event this time. We get to take Jimmy outside of the country for his first time.
Yeah.
And his mom's going to see him off at the airport because her little boy's growing up.
They went and got his passport.
He went and got his
They did the exact same thing you did for your daughter.
And so what's going to happen is we're all going to laugh at him when she's hugging him before he goes off, and she hands him a little baggie, and we're going to give him crap for it. But we're all going to be wishing that our moms were doing that with us.
100%. My mom's bringing enchiladas over tomorrow for lunch.
No, she is not. Are you serious?
For my birthday.
So excited.
So Maria's enchiladas are some of my favorites, right? Are they the fanciest enchiladas? Absolutely
No, they're
not.
very basic.
But they have this, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this very comforting taste to them where I have crushed an entire tray by myself.
She made you a tray
She made
just
me
for
my
you.
own tray.
She
I
did.
crushed it in like half a day. And she's like,
Not even half a day. It was like 15 minutes.
She's like,
I was.
"Anthony, you
You
ate
should
the
take a
whole
picture.
machine,
And I was.
right?
And while I was taking a picture and texting her, he had literally finished it. Oh,
so good.
I said he is starting it, and now he is done.
Joey knows Dave's Hot Chicken Baby is absolute freaking fire. You guys have to try it.
Okay.
If you know where a Dave's Hot Chicken is.
John Hole says, "Hey folks, fashionably late. John, what's going on, man?"
Hey, John.
Kimberly MC saying, "Greetings, guys.
Hey, Kim.
Fido Fiber's only customer. Second half, and woof, is that Dane looking trim?"
Oh, thanks, bud.
Dino Gravic saying, "Happy birthday to the one and only father of the gloss, Mr. Shine himself, Levi Gates." Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Nice.
Jamie the Cleaner, dry ice is like you're a wizard, Harry. Yes.
Wizard Harry.
That's somehow I feel with steam. My kids call it a dragon
Yeah.
when I'm spraying because it looks like that. It's pretty cool. Kimberly, I suffered through a migraine to finish a car, only to discover 2 days later a bit of light scratching. What the F was I thinking? I am sorry, Kimberly. That's no fun.
Well, we're
she
on
said,
page
though,
1.
at least it's my hood. Well, that's
easy.
better. Franco says, Jamie the Cleaner, what's good, my dude? And then K Wood, new WRX with PPF. Looking for a 1-year coating sealant that can be topped with bead maker recommendations. Soul.
Yeah. That's
TNS
great.
Inspiration Soul is literally that. So we have it on the website. You can pick up a bottle.
They play nice together.
Yep.
No need to rush because we're on page 1. I'm just letting you know. We can,
Demo,
expand on these.
Demo saying Dane and Anthony look like a couple of bad influencers. Off to Chicago they go. So I will say, yes, so for those of you wondering, times and places where you can come meet us,
Yeah.
or see us. The boys will be in Chicago for the Auto Pros event, for Chicago Auto Pros, and then we are hosting our own East Coast Adventure, as we call it, where we travel to New York, New Jersey, and we are going to be hosting a meet and greet in New York at Long Island Detail Supply.
Yes.
We will also be visiting Detailed Image, Detailer's Domain, and we will also be hosting an event at Garage and Social in Bedford Hills, New York, all in that week. So there'll be like 4 or 5 days where folks can come and hang out and see us at different places, all within a 2-hour area of New Jersey.
Yeah, so if you're
Paramus, New
anywhere
Jersey.
in the New England area or around there or any of that
come up and
spot,
see
come
us.
on, come
we're
on
gonna
down, say
we're
hi.
gonna do a lot of fun with that. Then in May we are hosting an event here that will be going out and becoming live soon called the FOD event, which is sponsored by Dr. Beasley's, Grios, Flex, us. Lake Country. It's a pretty sweet event. It's gonna be a paint correction class that we're hosting. Currently, myself and Maddie, who work here, we're working on an events calendar page for the website. It's not done yet. We literally found one, and she's starting to build it right now, so I got to get her the rest of the stuff. But our goal is that our website, theragcompany.com, will have all these places that you can go and meet us or come here and do stuff with us. And then we will be going to Germany in July and the UK. So we will do a trip from Germany where we are going to go visit Flex. We're going to go to the Nürburgring. We're going to do some hot laps. Maybe there's some German fans that want to meet us at the Nürburgring and maybe go for a ride with Anthony.
Maybe.
And Dane around to do some hot laps. Maybe we have some currywursts. Just hang out and enjoy ourselves.
Maybe after, not before.
Yeah, I don't want to fill our bellies with currywursts and then go do laps. But then we're also going to go to KCX. We're going to go to Color Lock. And then we're going to fly back and Dirk Dew's place. And then we're going to fly over to the UK. And we're going to do some stuff with Jack and John Hole and Darren and Waxstock all in one. So that'll be in July. And then really nothing for the rest of the summer until SEMA.
Yep.
So we got to fill our calendar still with a couple more different events. We're talking Utah. We're talking maybe California in the fall. So there's a lot of stuff that we can do. So stay tuned. As soon as that goes live on the website, I'll let all of you guys know. So those of you that are kind of watching where we're going to basically be posting some of that info so you can see us at all these different locations.
100%.
Dates and times, and that way you don't miss out.
Yeah.
So
Darren says,
Darren.
have you guys done any videos on the last detail final polish? It was in the parcels, and I had the other day, and honestly haven't heard of it
think
before.
Darren's one of the only people in the UK currently with the final polish. So the final polish is a finishing polish, but it's a pad-dependent finishing polish.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's great.
It's a beautiful product. So if you're looking for jeweling, or you're looking at, you know, there's something that you don't want to cut too much, or you don't have to, you can increase the cut with it by increasing the pad, the type of pad that you're using, the abrasiveness of the pad. It's very nice, and it's the little brother of Last Cut, which we talk about all the time.
Constantly.
We find that Last Cut is really our number one go-to product for all paint correction.
It's a jack of all trades.
And because it's a pad dependent and because it's so easy to use, Last Cut is the little brother of that, but it does
Final polish.
or final polish is the little brother of Last Cut, and it is phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Finishes out beautiful. So give it a shot. Yeah, I mean, throw it on a pad and give it a ring. I mean, it's kind of the point. Is just try new stuff. So next up we have is Antoine, who says, after being pushed by the wife, family, and friends, I'm going to start detailing out of the garage. Thanks for all the knowledge you guys share with us. I've been attending seminars here as well. Awesome.
Thank you,
That's
Antoine.
great. Congrats, dude.
That's awesome.
Hope you kill it.
Thank you for listening.
Luca says, do you stream this podcast on Apple Podcasts? We do.
So,
by the way, we don't do the live Q&As anymore.
Well, okay, so what I'm going to clarify to Luca, if you're asking if we stream it live, like if it's streaming while we're doing this, no. Yeah. It only happens here on the channel, but it does get released within half an hour afterwards.
On Apple Podcasts.
On Apple Podcasts. So anywhere you get your podcast from, you should be able to find it. And if you can't find it, let us know and we'll add it.
Yeah. Jeff C says, by the way, I just finished a bottle of Peeps Pepsi. I know you did, Jeff. You like it, don't you? What a missed opportunity. They should have called it Peepsy.
That's pretty funny.
That's such a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Brick Jiv, cordless minis, Rupes Nano or Flex 3-inch. Oh, man, they're both sweet.
Good. They're both so good. I don't think you can go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big fan of the Pixie, though. Yeah.
I don't know. I like it.
That's nuts, because they told me it's supposed to last 7 years. Yeah, the warranty is.
Well, as long as I keep touching it.
The product washes off the first time a customer runs it through the car wash. Yeah. I had Resistol. I had the products. I literally remember walking through Lyle Pearson.
Yeah.
Went upstairs.
Yeah.
Because one of the sales managers said, can you guys start installing this for us at our detail shop?
Ooh, yeah.
And we said, okay. And so Danny and I said, yeah, for $200.
Yeah.
And it was a brand new car, and all we had to do was put the Resistol product on the outside, and then on the inside, which is literally Scotch Guard the carpets, like spray a fabric protectant on the carpets, and put this product on the seats that you would literally rub on an applicator and put it on. And it's leather conditioner.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And a spray bottle of carpet protectant. And then on the outside, it was just literally a hand wax. You'd squirt it into an applicator, and you'd put it on, and then you'd wipe it off. That was it. That's all they would do. And they gave us product because they had these little bags that they would say, now when you're done with the product, you need to put it in the customer's car. And it would say Resistol on it, had a nice little design. And I remember I went upstairs because I was like, oh, we're out of packs of the Resistol stuff, so we could have it. And they said, oh, yeah, they're up there in the loft. I went up there, and they had boxes from 10 years ago with product in them. And they said, these are good. Take these. And I said, I don't think any of these are good. I've got products that are way better than this. Mm-hmm. And this is new Land Rovers, new Porsches, new Mercedes.
That's the hardest part,
Volvos,
is it's going on
Jags.
to like premium vehicles.
That was the dealership that knew Acuras. And I was,
and the
they
whole
were
time they're
giving
just
me,
sitting there going sucker.
Yeah, no, and they were charging $2,200 for that. So that's why we charged them $200. We were charging them like $150 to detail the cars for the dealership. $200 to install the new car protection
If
packages.
I'm buying a car from a dealership and I see that as a line item, that's going.
It is woo. Like I read all the fine print on that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean I know that stuff like the back of my hand. Ron A.O. dealer applied coatings. Just say no. Yeah, don't, because like. So even one of my friends, one of my customers, he bought a new car, and I said, please bring it to me so I can coat that for you. And he goes, oh, the dealership already coated it. And when I got it, it was High Spot City all over the thing.
Yeah.
And so I buffed it all off and recoated it just for fun for myself, because I knew I was going to be the one taking care of it. Mike Reyes says candies for men was the best.
Yeah, dude, it was. Still have some. It's so good.
Alex says 2023 Treasure Valley up and coming business of the year is Tony's Cologne Shop.
Dude,
he should open
I have
Etsy store or
multiple stores that'll be opening up. Everything from my food.
All we need is to get you some sort of angel investor that is willing to go about on any of these harebrained schemes.
I think I can make it work.
Who has the most ridiculous sense of humor
Who
and
just
a
wants
lot
to light
of
some money on
disposable
fire?
income?
That's
Get
the real
in touch
question.
with Anthony.
Yeah, let me light it and let me see what happens.
Keith Jackson. Back to machine polisher questions. I mentioned 2 budget brands from the EU. Any experience with the DeWalt DA battery polisher? I already invested in their batteries. Would this be a good start? Sure, Keith, yeah.
Being a DeWalt, though, I'd
might
have to
be
imagine
fine.
it's already... DeWalt's tend to be a little pricey, right? Compared to...
No, they're same price as Milwaukee's.
Because I think like Milwaukee, Makita... I mean, compared to other polishers, though.
Yeah, if you've already got the battery, you're good.
I was just thinking... If you're buying
Rafael
that, you
Roca
can
says,
afford
hey,
it.
TRC, hope everyone's having a great day. I can't attend today's Q&A, but I'll be watching after work today. Much love. Thank you, Rafael.
man.
You'd also leave it open.
Yeah, you could just leave it.
run.
Just let it run.
Right, like
As
we were
we
saying
said
about
earlier.
TRCMA.
Yeah.
Crystal cars, not to be confused with diamond cars, gold cars, silver cars, bronze cars, maybe even emerald cars, says, when applying ceramic coatings, can you apply a glaze beforehand? Example, Poor Boy's Black Hole. I know you should clean the surface first with a panel wipe, so I'm not sure if it's something you shouldn't do. So when applying ceramic coating, can you apply a glaze? I don't think that, I mean, how do I say
Some
this?
glazes
Some glazes can
have fillers.
Have fillers. And it's a matter of whether that ceramic can stick to that glaze with the fillers, or if the panel prep product before the ceramic coating will actually
some panel
some of
preps
that glaze.
Do remove everything. Some panel preps don't really remove
Like
all of that.
panel wipe from G-Technic, for example. I mean, I think that straight will take a glaze right off. So I don't know. That's tough. I would say no, don't do it, but I'm not saying it wouldn't be possible.
Just don't expect
100%.
guaranteed results.
Alpha Detail Supply, what's the difference between ceramic coatings and nano coatings? The material size. Literally the actual active ingredient size. Ceramic coatings are usually based off of a ceramic, silicon dioxide. And so nano coatings are the particulate size of, could be ceramic nano, could be ceramic other stuff, or nano polymer. It's literally the size. If they use nano, it means they're using very small particles.
Well, people latch onto it like it's just a made-up buzzword, but the reality is nano is actually a measurement.
It's
Same like micro, nano is smaller than micro,
Yep.
and you just continue down the scale. Yep. But, yeah, it has a point.
Meng says, what do you think about diamond body ordinary on a boat outside? So we've never tried diamond body on a boat, so I can't talk about that.
Gel coat?
It depends on the material that the boat is. If it's a gel coat, if it's a fiberglass, if it's just fiberglass, it'd probably be okay. If it's gel coat, it might not work because gel coat's more porous than fiberglass. If it's metal with paint on it, if it's fiberglass with paint on it, as long as it's like paint or clear coat, it's going to be fine. But anything on top of that is going to be a little more difficult.
Like an aluminum boat.
It may not even stick to aluminum. Yeah. Aluminum's always oxidizing, so it's always shedding. Yeah. So David Cervantes says, I'll be there then. Looking forward to seeing you guys. Wish you could be there, Levi. Who knows? You never know. I might make it. Daytona Wallace, aren't you guys hosting a couple rap classes with Avery Dennison? Yes, we are. Yep. Daytona. We're actually hosting one during TRCMA. So you can come take a rap class and then catch the last day or so of TRCMA.
Imagine that.
Yeah, that is also going to be going up on the website. Currently, those classes, if you're looking to find out, we have 3 rap classes and a tint class. The classes to find that out is go to Avery Dennison North America's graphics page, or just type in Avery Dennison Rep certification classes, and it will take you to the website where you can see all the dates for all the classes, and you can sign up. And those are you do have to pay for those classes; they're not free, but you pay $900, you get $900 worth of stuff. Ron Ayotte, which version of TLC do you prefer, the original or TLC Plus?
They
both,
do different things.
TLC Plus is more of a compound cutter, where TLC is more of a compound polish.
It's called a compound, but
TLC
you can
Plus is
polish with it.
more aggressive than TLC. And
TLC
so
is
I
more
like
versatile.
TLC, the original, for more versatility.
I'm an original guy. I like Plus. I think Plus is good, but I am very much an original.
I
TLC
literally
guy.
look at Last Cut and go, I can do 90% of the cars out there
with just that product.
with just that product and one or two pads, and I can get everything.
Yeah.
If I need to jump up to TLC Plus, I find I haven't run into many situations where I need it.
Yeah.
So that's it. Josh, yes, April, July, and October.
There you go.
Brick Jiv saying, quick down and dirty on the headlight restoration system, tools, products, coating, pads. You're going to need
videos.
Yeah, we've got a lot of videos. You're going to need sandpaper. You're going to need, usually we recommend you get a 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 grit. You can go farther down if you need to 600 or 800. And you can go higher than 3,000 to like 4,000 or 5,000, but there's no need. Really just 1, 2, 3. And then get yourself some wool and foam pads and some Last Cut and a coating of your choice, or 2K Clear or PPF.
Yep, agreed.
Yep.
Let's work it that way. Brick Jeff says, great work, guys. Thank you. You're welcome,
Thank you.
man. Anthony.
We have JP. It says, sucks. My new physics class started every Thursday at 1. First live in months. We got out early. Anthony, I took your advice on that chick from bio.
Oh my God, it's still on
I
there.
dropped some Riz. She's pregnant now. Thanks, Anthony. Dude, no problem, JP.
It was nice of you to get a couple
Wow.
love connection.
Dude,
Good for
that's
you
what I'm here for.
guys.
I'm here for that relationship advice, and I'm glad it's working out. Sounds like you guys are having fun.
Yeah.
Hans Closen says, Keith Jackson, ShineMate vibrates a lot better to get the liquid elements. Get the liquid elements polisher. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Brian Howell says, I'm thinking about using Uno Advance with the blue wool pad on a full-size truck. How many pads would you recommend buying? This will be my first time using the Griot's G9.
I would recommend at least 4 on a full-size truck.
Yeah, it never hurts to have more.
Just because you could
Really
melt
use 'em.
one.
Yeah.
You can melt one halfway through the truck. I
Well,
guarantee
it's
you.
also just, dude, you can be swapping those out while you're cleaning. It's
Yeah.
just, it's always best to invest in more pads rather than be low on pads when you're doing a job.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would do.
JP says, totally kidding. But yeah, my physics class has prevented me from tuning in, but we did get out early. Miss putting you guys on the spot with unnecessary, high-pressure, risky questions.
JP,
Yeah,
Yeah,
JP, you
love
are
those.
kind of the specialist at that.
Did you actually make the move, though? You didn't.
Yeah,
You
now
didn't.
he's disappointed.
I don't think you made the move. I think you should have, right?
Oh.
Let me know how it went.
And
Forced
here we
Induction
thought.
says, thanks for another 3 days of content this week. Looking forward to TRCMA. Thank
Thanks,
you, Kevin.
buddy. Good to
Appreciate
see
it.
ya.
Hans says, Crystal Cars, nobody's, Poor Boy's black hole has fillers in it, so better not use it before coating a car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hans. And then
Chris
Levi.
Cross saying, still waiting to work on the Mommobile. But until then, I threw on some S001.
Ooh,
What else can I throw onto it to keep up the good fight against the Colorado snow and salt? I love hanging with you guys Tuesday through Thursday.
Oh,
thanks, Chris. We
thanks.
appreciate it. Something else other than S001. That's pretty good stuff on
It
its
is good
own.
stuff.
I don't really think you need to put anything else on it until you get into, you want to polish it and get going on it. So,
Yeah, I think it's
Ron saying hello to Kevin. Hugo, how to remove scratches from 2-course steel wool on polished stainless steel exhaust. Caterham Super Sprint.
Ooh, Caterham.
coarse
Nice.
steel wool on polished stainless steel. How coarse? Do you know how coarse the
Yeah,
steel
how
wool
coarse?
was?
How coarse was it? Second, Stainless works exactly like paint. If you imagine those steel wool scratches are the same in your clear coat, you can work them out. Mm-hmm. Start with wool, start with a compound, move to the next medium grade pad, a medium polish, and then do a fine grade pad and fine grade polish.
You can typically polish out quad steel wool marks with just like you can use like a wool, or you can use something of like a wool. And what you could do is just take some quad steel wool with compound, put it into the steel wool itself, agitate it, try to reduce those scratches that are in there, and then polish it out using a wool pad with some type of cutting compound like Last Cut, or you can use a dedicated metal polish as well. But I think you'll be able to pull them out. Yeah. Darren says, was confused then. I was in the kitchen. I was in kitchens, got you guys on the wireless headphones. I thought you legitimately meant rap classes. Was wondering if I'd missed Levi being a rapper in his 900 years in Boise.
You might have missed a century where Levi spit bars.
Rapping, that's what I do.
And we are never doing that again. Okay, Franco.
Brian, I was just in your situation. I got away with buying like 3 each Lake Country foam pads, medium and fine. And also because of my time and work area, I do half a car, then finish the next day. There you go. JP, any advice on how to remove makeup off leather seats? They're somehow getting on the...
Actually, maybe things did work
They're
out.
somehow getting on visors, interior liner, and nothing I try seems to get it removed, i.e. Polestar, CarPro Inside, Express, nothing. Are you using... So one thing that works really well, the VLB.
Yeah.
The VLB, you can use on fabric, you can use on headliners, you can use it on the leather, on the plastics. Invest in a VLB.
Couple bucks. Dunk it in a bucket of O&R, or spray some Polestar on it, spray some CarPro Inside, spray some Express, and literally just lightly scrub the area. It will take off that makeup so fast and so quick. Yeah.
So, in focus, all this talk about old school in 2006. In 2006 is about when I was starting to take detailing more serious and was hand polishing my 2005 Tacoma X Runner.
Oh, you had an X Runner.
So much work.
Ton of work.
Oh, those lowered tacos.
Franco says, after my first polish, I went back and bought the blue Lake Country.
There you go.
Is that all it was? That's all it was. Oh.
No problem. But listen to the pros. Ron says you can't have too many pads. That's true. I remember the first time. So, like, as a detailer of over 765 years,
this number keeps changing.
21 centuries.
We used a lot of rotary machines, and rotaries wouldn't destroy pads the same way. So there were times where I remember having pads that I would use on cars for months.
Yeah.
At a time.
Most body shops are never changing
They're
pads.
never changing pads.
Never changing pads.
And you loved the wool pads that were already used for like a month.
Yeah, because
I hated new wool pad day. Hated it with a passion.
You have to have one that's already
you got to
seasoned.
season. You got to break it in, right? So, and it would throw hair everywhere.
Those fibers everywhere.
But I hated those days when I had to bust out a new wool pad because I was like, they don't cut the same. Which is probably not true. They probably cut just fine, but it felt like they weren't cutting the same. So we would always try and find old pads. So then I remember we would buy like 3 pads, and those pads would last you like 2 months, right? Before you had to buy new ones. And so when the dual action polishers came out, the long throat DAs, changed the game because the pad manufacturers all of a sudden went from making these 9-inch pads to 6-inch pads, or 11-inch pads to 6-inch pads, and the pads were melting because of the heat generated. And so you'd buy your 3 pads, spend your $30 thinking, well, I got 2 months out of these, and they would melt a quarter way through the car or completely disintegrate. And you go, huh. So then all of a sudden you're having to buy $10 pads, and you're buying a lot of them. And I remember when we first started it, we're going to go back now. This is like 2011.
Yeah.
And people are going, why do we have to keep buying all these pads? Or you'd start finding ways to buy massive amounts of pads because you were going to destroy them.
Yeah.
And you go, how many can I buy in a case? And can I get a case price discount just to get the price down? And I remember it going like, dang it, I bought this $400 polisher, and now I got to buy $400 in pads. when I had this $200 polisher and I could buy $30 in pads and I could do 200 cars without damaging it. It was crazy to get to that, but we've had over a decade of people learning how those pads work. The pad technology has completely changed. The pads that you buy today from the rag company from Buff and Shine and Lake Country and Rupes are completely different technology than the pads that I was buying in 2011 from Lake Country and Buff and Shine.
Yeah, they say foam and they say wool, but they're totally different kinds of foam.
Totally, but it was all trial and error. So now it's just accepted. If you're going to work on a car, you should have multiple pads. One, because they last longer, because you're only using them on a quarter of a car at a time. That's true. And so that's, in case you guys are wondering, that's like the history lesson.
No, that's good though.
Chris saying, how do you guys approach curb rash? No one is admitting how it got there, but it still needs to be dealt with. This is why I don't share cars. Yeah. So there are some people that can do it themselves, and they try and knock it out. I would try and find a curb rash repair company locally to you. Sometimes they're mobile.
They can usually come right out to you.
Yeah, they have it all on a trailer, and they just jack your car up, take the wheel off, and fix it.
I think I was 20. I think I was about 21 when I saw my first. No, I was about 22 or 23 when I saw my first car rash repair. It's on one of my dad's vehicles. This guy came out. It was in California. Pulls up. He's in a van. He just literally had a little compressor with a spray gun on it with paint, and then he had a Dremel and whatever the heck, little air powered little rotary tool.
Yeah, little rotary grinder.
I'm sitting there watching him, and I was fascinated. Because I see this damage there. He buzzes it down, right? I go, oh, that looks horrible, right? Shoots it with a little bit of primer, right? Matches the silver of what it was, hits it a couple more times, hits it with a heat gun, bam, done. And I go, wow, that's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
But then I thought to myself, aren't you removing material off the wheel?
You are. Well, it's like when Dane got in his first car accident and he hit
I've never been in a car accident.
And
I've never crashed
took out that wheel.
Period.
The wheel.
I did curve the wheel. That's true.
What I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you said car. People have
a car
I'm
accident.
careful to police your guys' language because you put me in situations that are not true.
Accident.
So I'm just making sure you got that
drinking
straight.
And then he went for a drive.
Behind the wheel. He's behind the wheel of that booty, and he gets in an accident.
I was actually going to the post office, and they had this narrow little lane to go through, and I was like,
I'm
not
doing
doing
accident.
That. So I didn't pull into there.
Accident. It was an accident,
so
and you were behind the wheel.
You didn't pull into the little lane, so what did you do?
No, I didn't. So I pulled up to the curb on the... So, okay.
I know which one you're talking about.
In Meridian, there is a street, and there is a sidewalk next to the street, and the way the curb is designed, the street tilts down towards the curb, so it basically invites you at the last second to bump into it.
And it's a tall curb.
I'm driving that booty, the biggest effing truck. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and you didn't see the children below you.
And I had driven this thing immaculately for months and months and months on end. And right when I was getting around the time that I was thinking I was going to sell it, I go to the post
you weren't
office
thinking,
and I stop
brain
there.
fart happens to everybody.
And I get just a little too close because it's a dually. So I get just a little too close and the thing just... And I kind of feel that grind. And at that point, I am just essing bricks.
But Dane,
because...
You didn't do it on purpose. That was an accident.
There's a different... When you say car accident, people picture something very different. You, my friend, have plenty of familiarity with
How did you
car
deal with
accidents.
that accident?
So I went to Hubcap Annie's.
There you go.
And I got them to fix it. And amazingly, even on these custom painted, ridiculous 26-inch wheels that were
we priced those wheels out. They were 11 or 20,000.
20,000 for all of them.
For all 6 wheels.
Insane. And the curbing one, all I could think was this is just gonna ruin.
You got to
me.
buy
This
a wheel.
Is so bad.
I got to buy another
So
car.
I'm just I can't. Oh, so we get there, and for about I want to say it was $300 or $500, something like that. Got the whole thing. It looks like it was never there. It was perfect. They did an amazing.
They did
job.
do a really good job.
They even matched the color. That was a custom color.
So Chris,
really
there's
impressive.
some pretty impressive shots.
Just look for curb rash repair. A lot of them are on deal. They go to dealerships and stuff too. So some of them are mobile. Other ones you just drop your car off.
And that is the one and only time I have curb rashed a vehicle because I am paranoid about
Dane,
curb
like
rashing wheels.
It was an accident.
We
no one's
get
fault.
to a couple more questions here.
We got
So
time.
we got Ron. You're right for sure. I've got them. You're right for sure, but I've got that disease where I stay working and won't stop. Stopping to wash a pad makes a nice break.
There you go.
Yeah. Darren. gosh, well, guys, time has come to a close. Again, Q&A is always the highlight of my week. Gets me through my editing and gives me that boost for the weekend that I need, teaching and giving over 1,000 years of Boise knowledge. So everyone watching, smash that like, share, and love, and show these guys the love they deserve. Have a great birthday, Levi, and all have a smashing weekend. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You are truly the heart of TRC.
Larry says, thanks for the time. And then Darren says, that's what I did for years. A full Mercedes Sprinter.
Kitted out with a paint booth.
Yeah.
Doing mobile wheel refurbs and color changes. Dane and I at Auto Mechanica literally saw wheel machines that were in boxes.
That was crazy,
you could literally put in a van and do mobile wheel. You literally just set it on there.
It looked like a 3D printer before they put a wheel in it.
And it would refinish the wheel, and it would take the tiniest little millimeters of
slivers.
It was nuts. And we just sat and watched them.
Yeah, Scott really says, thank you to Levi, Dane, and Anthony. And then we have
Hans says, curb rash, Dane.
Don't you dare start that.
And then Chris says, a friend of mine curbed her husband's Tesla while he was away in Vegas. A mobile guy came out and fixed it, but they are in LA. Yeah, trust me, there's places near you.
Question, Chris Cross, was it the aero cover on the wheel? Because they do have covers that come off.
Yeah, maybe. G. Davis says, Progressive Insurance and Bark and Purr named Dane Booty Wrecker of the Year for 2022.
Oh, no. Oh, no. There's G just popping in. Thank you, bud.
David says, thanks for the live. Levi, I hope you have an amazing birthday. I'll see you guys next week during the podcast. Thank you, man. John says, happy birthday, Eve, Levi. Another Q&A in the bag. Thanks, guys, for entertaining me on Thursday night. John. Of course, John. Always a pleasure, brother. Harry Housewife giving John some love. And then Ron, happy birthday, Levi. And do enjoy your weekend. And Chris says, I don't think so is the rim. So.
Good to clarify.
All right, Dane, take us home. Thank you, guys. Appreciate all the birthday wishes. Very excited. Thank you to everybody tuning in and watching us. Dane, go ahead.
Yeah, we made it. So, obviously, if you heard us mention TRSEMA, let me pull out the graphic again, show people again. The date on it was 1 day too long. So ignore the 7th. It actually goes through the 6th. Mixed information, but we got it here. And up above, you can see a list of those who will be in attendance as far as basically, folks promoting, showing stuff, maybe some new products. You don't know what to expect, but you know it's going to be good. So we have that covered. Anyway, looking forward to showing you guys all that coming up in April. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing these live details and stuff from time to time, so keep an eye out for that. Anyway, thanks so much. We hope you've had a wonderful week, and we will catch up next week on the Rag Company podcast channel right here with the main show. So look for that on Tuesday. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.